Let's ride! You boys ready for a great raid?
Hello and welcome out to this week's episode of the Gamers Council. I'm your host, WEBDAVE, along with my co-host, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Hargeet Chani. Hargeet, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, hey, another week. A lot of fun things to go over. Let's go over it.
Oh, man. Yeah. Do we have some things to go over? I wonder what we'll talk about today. We have lots of good stuff to go over. I'm just saying, lots and lots of good stuff. And we do have some special guests tonight for sure. Well, you know him as this guy,
Dr. Frankenstein.
Maybe you don't know him as that. So anyway, it's the one and only Corkenstein. Hey, is it Corkenstein? What doctors got me.
You can call me whatever you want, Dave, as long as it's not late for dinner.
We'll just call you the sexy man with the beard.
That's Hargeet.
Well, lots of sexy man with beard.
How y'all doing?
We're doing good, man. How about you?
Good. It's been a while. I hope you all had a happy Easter.
Yeah. Lots of eggs and stuff galore. Yeah, a little candy.
A lot of huevos.
Jace. Of course, we were here last week doing the podcast. Doing the deed, as it were. Yeah, and then of course we missed him last week because he was actually doing a family thing, and then it's family first. That's always our mantra here. But we do appreciate him coming on tonight. We'll call stepping into the fray because it's we're gonna talk about a little bit about Gears as well tonight too. But there's so many great topics, and I know we have this man who's chomping at the bit. Yes, it is the one and only Chrispy Bomb. Chrispy, what's up, buddy?
Apologies to the panel, chat. Yes, I missed last week. And yes, it was a Gears topic, which hurt me even more. But we have stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff. So we're going to get into it.
We do. And it's going to be awesome.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
All right. Hargeet, I'll let you start with those. I think it was a super chat, things like that to mention.
Absolutely. All right. So we got Adidas, member for 30 months.
Adidas. Well, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you.
Then Silent Cypher, $10. What up, Cork, Chrispy, WEBDAVE, and Hargeet? Have a great show and talk that shit.
We will TTS, that is for sure. Hey, Day Rizzy's in the chat. I see you, Day Rizzy. I see you in there. I know what you're here for. I know. Why So Serious is here too.
Why so serious?
Exactly. And Cypher, Silent, thank you so much for that super chat. And I believe if things work out good, Silent Cypher will be here as one of our guests next week. So look forward to that, as well as another surprise guest. I won't disclose yet. Shh, it's a secret. Only because I haven't got confirmation. But I'm just kidding. Be nice in the chat. There's a whole bunch of great members of the community that are here as well too. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you guys so much. Over 80 people right now joining us live. And Hargeet, we had a whole list of topics, and then we had like 4 or 5 more that just dumped on us today out of nowhere. So and TTS is on. So if it does kick in, we'll do our best. Hopefully it's going to work, but we'll see. So anyway, Hargeet, where would you like? All right, let me tell you what I've got just popped up already on my screen to see if there's any of that that you want to go with. We could start off if you're interested in the where Jez was on Gaz's show yesterday, and he mentioned this maybe a little something extra. Want to hear that?
Sure, and I guess that also includes that there's a potential PlayStation thing happening. But yeah, let's go for it if you want to do that.
That's okay. Like the 2 little articles, we'll kind of weave them together as we go. And also, just to let me turn on our chats here so everybody can see them. And boom, now they're on the screen. Yeah, covering my ugly ass up. But and that's all the better. Trust me, it's scary. But yes, so you guys chats is there. And if you guys have questions or comments or anything like that, please let us know. And also in the chats, there is the emojis, and there is the Chrispy bomb emoji, and of course the Corkenstein emoji. So yeah, so burn those up as well as other great members of the community that join us on a regular basis are there as well. Let's see. Share screen. I love how I taught myself through it. It's kind of like the 3rd grade every time I do this. Look what I can do. Share. Also have audio.
Maximilian Dude has taken Pony Dollar and now bashing PC when he plays on PC with an Xbox pad.
All right. You want to read that again there, Hargeet? Put that one up because I
Sure. Pen Yang, Maximilian Dude has taken Pony Dollars and now bashing PC when he plays on PC with an Xbox pad.
There you
Was
go.
this the one that? Oh no, it's Alex had up.
Oh, it might have been
Because he showed one of these things showing the Cyberpunk. I'm pretty sure the Cyberpunk imaging, and it's so good on PS5 Pro, but it had the controls for Xbox on it.
Yep. Let them know right away. Ooh. What are you using on that control? Ooh. As the burnt peanut would say. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah. We love the peanut. All right. Yeah. So that's actually a good point. Oh, there you go.
Yes, it was from Alex last night. That was hilarious.
Exactly.
That one got the
Exposed.
Exactly. Ben Yang, welcome to the show, sir. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Let's see here. I'll add this to the stage. Hargeet, I'll let you read this part, and then I will play the clip.
Sure. For our friend Idle Sloth, Jez Corden teasing that Xbox will have a small show next week. There might be something Xbox fans
celebrates 29 months of membership.
FARK QUE, welcome, and thank you so much for 29 months of membership. FARK QUE. Love it, man.
There might be something Xbox fans might want to tune into as well, maybe, but Xbox might have a little something next week as well. A little show. Interesting.
Right. Shout out to Gaz and to Jez, of course. And let's play the little snippets. Very short, but sometimes that's all you need. At least that's what she said. Oh, let's get the Silent Cypher membership thing real quick.
At silent.cypher celebrates 34 months of membership.
Dang. Silent Cypher, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. Oh, shoot, we got another super chat coming in.
Dave, what do you think about the radio silence on the Sony layoffs by the so-called YouTube influencer, not mention any names, Iron Lords? But more than happy to throw Xbox under the bus about GP, rolling eyes face emoji.
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to be careful with where your bread is buttered. And so you want to make sure that you don't necessarily call havoc on certain things. And the Iron Lords are absolutely amazing, each and every one of them. And there is, I guess like COG is more centralist. leaning, where of course we know King is he's diehard Xbox, so it's like, but nothing against GOG. He's been on our show before. He's been a guest here. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, and but I see, so sometimes there seems like a little bit of hypocrisy. I get that. Let's see, but as King once said,
Let them know you guys are in my DM. King, what will we do? We will hold the line.
and that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna have a little bit of fun as it were. All right, so let me play this clip. Everybody can see it, and here we go.
There might be something Xbox fans want to tune into as well, maybe. Well, actually, Xbox fans, but in general, gaming fans, I suppose. But Xbox might have a little something next week as well, actually.
Xbox might have a little bit of something next week on the PlayStation show, State of Play.
No, like their own show, a little show. There might be something Xbox fans want to tune into.
And let me say this, that since Asha's been now taken over the reins and is in charge, and Jez got the first interview with her, I think that they are definitely, I would say, red carpeting Jez, meaning that they, I know he's had some really good insights in the past. And Hargeet, I think you'll probably agree with me on the because sometimes it's hit or miss because of of what he does. But he's there to get stories. He's there to and he does try and source everything multiple times before he goes with the story. But I think even now, maybe some of his stories, some of the things that he says are going to carry even more weight going forward. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't know if it's going to carry more or less weight. I mean, people who believe him, they will believe him. People who don't, they will always pile on him. It's just the way it is with anybody, right? So I just leave that open. I will take everything with a grain of salt until it comes to, official. But it's good knowledge to have. If he's saying there's something, maybe there is, right? It's the same with the rumor on the other side. I've not heard any substantial thing that I'm aware of. Again, I'm not on social media. That's PlayStation has a show coming, but there is a substantial amount of rumors that there's something coming up next week, right? So I'll take it with that. It's a grain of, hey, I'll take a grain of salt. But hey, it might be actually happening, right? There's other things like, wasn't Black Flag supposed to be showing up in the next week or so? It's like, well, hey, if there's a showcase, either one of them, it would make sense, wouldn't it? So like it wouldn't surprise me if there was something coming up, right? But like again, these folks tend to know, and as it is with anything in the corporate world, things could shift, right? Maybe there's a trailer that isn't there, and it's like we'll give them until the last minute. Oh, well, we can't do it, or is it so important, or do we like delay? And these things happen last minute. You just never know, right? So, I hopefully there is something cool, and we get to see something interesting. Hopefully it's not bad, because I don't know if I'd be interested. But hey, will it be something? Hey, it's possible, right? So. And if it's happening on the same day, that's weird, right? So either PlayStation isn't having theirs, or they're having them on the same day at different times. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
It is weird. But to say this too, it seems like some of the. Well, I guess Dark Griggity says it best. In kind of in the past, here in the last year or so, it's been a lot of kumbaya, a lot of Phil, it's all about the gamers and all that kind of stuff. Which I think Phil's done amazing things for the company. Never going to disparage Phil at all. Never. Not even this.
This is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists.
And maybe that's a little bit that's coming back. But now they seem to be like, you know what? We're gonna let's hold their feet to the fire. Let's even Stein and Cork, I think you probably can attest to this. You're more in communication with him than any of us. That when he kind of snapped back at some of the disparaging comments, and he's dropping the F-bomb. It's like, oh yeah, okay, game on. Game on. But go ahead, Hargeet.
So I guess is this Hazardor basically saying, his statement, or is he just kind of saying this is a summarization of what Nate the Hate is saying?
I think this is a summation of what Nate the Hate said, but then he also said he can't confirm the state of play. So this is
he does says revealed, says Nate. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Nate the Hate generally also tends to have more accurate information, but like, hey, if something's coming, it's coming. Now you got two sources saying it.
Yeah. So you want to read that?
They could be feeding off each other. We don't know, right? But Nate the Hate, the Microsoft show will broadcast on April 16 and is the venue of choice for the Metro 2039 reveal. I don't know the branding of the show. Before anyone asks, no, I have not been able to confirm the previously rumored state of play date information yet. So we could get Black Flag here too then. If the state of play has been delayed. And I don't know what Ubisoft's deal is with Sony versus, Xbox or Microsoft or whatever. I don't know if they, are locked with them or something like that. So yeah, interesting times, right? I don't know what's going on here. Like, so maybe we'll have something coming soon from either one of these guys.
Yeah, for real. So I know it's kind of a lot to take in that we just kind of threw at the panel. But let's start with Corkenstein. Let's start with you first. Your thoughts on kind of both of those topics, that there could possibly be both some kind of little show or announcement next week.
It'd be cool. I definitely like it. When it comes to Jez, great guy. I love, I've talked with him. Really good dude. But I've learned that if he's talking on a podcast, he's just kind of, shooting the shit. It's not like I'm leaking something. This is go to the bank with this kind of thing. That's what Windows Central is for. So I think he said during that interview too, I think he's like 50-50 on it. So yeah, it'd be cool if we get something. I'd love to. I always love to see more games. I'm never going to complain to see more games. But it's one of those things where I kind of want to wait and see. I'm not a big kind of leaker guy in that sense, because like that would have been cool, especially coming from like a developer side. I love to have things just, let developers market the way they want to market their game. And when we start dropping stuff like Metro 2039, it's like a lot of that thunder, a lot of that hard work that they've been spending on, and they're really excited to show you in their own way, is kind of taken out of the developers' hands. So people can clout chase, and I'm not a big fan of that. So as much as I would love to see more games, I kind of still want, like, I feel like no one's like really shocked anymore, unless it's like a big showcase like in June. Nobody really gets shocked anymore. No one's like, oh my God, that was so amazing, I had no idea, because you get people here that, like to leak stuff for their own personal benefit. And that's not a dig on Nate or anybody else that plays the leaking game. It's just, for me, working on that side of the industry, I still like to be surprised every now and then. So as far as the Xbox show, it'd be cool. Like I said, always more games. State of play, I mean, I don't know. The last one was actually pretty decent, if it's the one I'm remembering, but the ones before that have just kind of been like, meh. Like it's a lot of third-party stuff, which isn't bad, but I don't know. I can't really see. I don't know what PlayStation really has that they would really showcase that is ahead of a June. At least with Xbox, you get ID at Xbox. You'll have those kind of games, or you'll have their partnership with third parties a lot more pronounced, so they have a lot more to show. With PlayStation, though, it's kind of like I don't know what they would really show before a June showcase, if they even are going to do one. I mean, they haven't done one for the last 4 years, 5 years. But it'd be interesting. I think, like I said, again, more games. Never going to complain. I just don't know what PlayStation would show that we haven't already seen from major third parties from via Xbox. Oh.
WebDave, you are totally muted.
I am totally muted. So, well, let me repeat all that and say that, hey,
I thought it was just me, so I'm checking my sound settings because nobody else said anything.
Me too.
So I guess I won't repeat all those great compliments that I gave for his response, and of course all the amazing antidotes, the things are going to come out of Crispy Bomb's mouth coming up now. Crispy, your thoughts?
I think it's a ID at Xbox Showcase. Little hey, here we are. That's where like I see these rumors about Metro and all these other things. I mean, I wouldn't consider them an indie developer. So I think Jez is got some kind of information because after the Asha interview, I believe that he is getting little snippets here and there and said, yeah, run with it. Do what you want. He's on podcasts. He talks to the Xbox gamer. He's saying, hey, like this might happen next week, but like it's not that big of a deal, which an ID showcase wouldn't be in most gamers' eyes, at least as far as the hardcore Xbox fan. It's more or less saying, hey, like this is coming to Xbox and it's probably coming to PlayStation at some point. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing. I want these smaller devs because we've seen a lot of games that are really great from smaller devs. So why not allow them to, you know, showcase their wares and everything else and what they're doing and maybe updates or something like that. Games that are probably going to come to Game Pass, okay, which, you know, hate it or love it, like there's a lot of little games that other people love that I don't. So I think it's more or less going to be like a smaller little like, hey, like these are some indie games coming. Maybe highlight one or the other that's more important, and that's the way they're going to do it. And
have a good show.
It is Golden Shell. It is, and we are excited to be there. The couple of us will definitely be there for sure.
Maybe the only thing I would say is maybe look for some PC only games that all of a sudden show up in the ID showcase. I only say that because I feel like they are looking at the PC smaller developers and saying you have viral moments in your games and people love them, and they're going to look at that a little differently now because they're trying to agnostically absorb and be a part of PC with Xbox. And I think that's something that's not going to go away. Like if you're a PC gamer and you like Xbox, I think you're going to get everything we get. I think the question will always be at this point is how do we treat PlayStation and Nintendo? Because I think they're looking at it as they are competitors now. They didn't look at it like that before. But now Luna's dropped out and all these other things. Okay. I have theories, but they are not confirmed. But the fact is that Xbox is saying, you know what? Maybe PlayStation is the competitor. And at minimum, even though we're a $1 trillion company and they're a $1 billion company, we have to treat them like it. And if they treat them like they're the competitor, things will change. You know, the plan's the plan till it's not the plan.
We've heard that, haven't we? Yep. We definitely heard her say that for sure. So yeah, Hargeet, any thoughts? Any more thoughts? Can you not?
Well,
oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I mean, I think they kind of covered a majority of it. A lot of it is interesting with this whole Luna move. We'll see what that really means. I don't know if I understand what they're really doing. Oh, we got another one.
Xbox needs to treat PlayStation like a stepchild, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Well, some people treat their step children really well.
Picking up what I'm putting down, my friend.
Yeah. Look, I'm not sure. We'll see. Like, so as far as a lot of the other things, the show stuff is the show stuff, right? So like we will see what the show is going to have in it. I generally only see these shows for two things. One, if it's an Xbox show, what's coming to Game Pass? I'm going to be playing it. What other games might be interesting that I'll be able to buy if I want to? With PlayStation, it's what games am I going to buy that are going to be on Xbox or PC? And then do they actually have anything that's interesting in their first party? Which is hit or miss. Like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They've had very few up to now. Most of their games have not been overly interesting to me, but some of them have.
22TH54 celebrates 15 months of membership.
All right. Thank you, Mac. Appreciate that, sir. Plus, we have some gifted.
And we got some gifteds from Broke Boy, and we got some gifteds from WebDave.
Wow. There you go. There you go.
I think we're
Thank
caught
you
up.
so much, Broke Boy. And
Gifteds.
Broke Boy, if you check, do a refresh on that, you are now a moderator, by the way. So there you go.
All right. Yeah. So like, I don't know if we need to harp on that much more, but I don't know when the state of play is. Whenever it is, like, we'll see what else they have to offer. But they have been kind of meh. But I think the last one was decent. So the last one was good. So whatever, maybe they're on an upward trajectory, and we'll see some good stuff from them.
Yeah, for real. Also, a big shout out to King Web. Been sending me a lot of some clips and some information, some news sources. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. Oh.
Oh, cool. I have power. Where those ponies at?
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah. And send them all to the glue factory. What? Oh, I'm sorry. What's that? Ooh, that hurts. Yeah. Sometimes you get like old yeller. You got to take them out back, shoot them in the head. In game.
Oh,
in game, as they would say, in game. I mean, that's that's what you do when you get. Anyway, moving on. It's a joke, guys. Yeah, as Hargee puts up.
you give me flashbacks now, brother. Old Yeller. Oh, poor Yeller.
Exactly. Well, I've destroyed everybody's childhood. There we go. All right then. Goodness. Let's see here. Where we at? Allegedly. That's right. King Web. Allegedly. All right. So there was a poll that Jez did. I'm just gonna throw this is another little kind of throwing it at the wall, and I'm gonna actually create this same poll here. Let me give me a second I gotta one of my cameras is in the way. I can't see it. There we go. So let me add a poll. I'll get the right controller, and I'm going to add a poll. And I'll put up his poll and his results, and we'll see if we have what our results are. All right. So creating a poll. It's so much fun when you talk your audience through what you're doing. Great. Let's see. All right. So the basic premise to this. If what would you do to Game Pass, and we'll have this poll up for a little while. If they made some big changes to Game Pass to make it more viable, as it were, and then there are going to be three choices. We have another comment coming through. TTS.
Had PS Fanboy say yesterday, when was last time you saw Herman, Jim Ryan, Nishino posing with fans for pics? My reply, when was last time PS had an event for fans to give them that opportunity?
Very good. That's a very good point. Yeah, exactly. And they don't usually, give their fans a chance to meet them and stuff. So yeah, there you go. Microsoft does. In fact, I've got a clip, Hargeet, I'm going to play here as soon as I get this poll up, of just how accessible that Microsoft is. It's a great quick little snippet. We'll play that. And like I said, Hargate last year was my first time going to any kind of, and the poll is now up. There we go. So the poll is up, and let me share this screen tab. And this was a poll that Jez Gordon did. So we're going to add. And yeah, so would you remove Call of Duty and Fortnite crew, etc., to get the Game Pass Ultimate to a lower price? And and then yeah, we'll don't take that down, Hargee. We'll let you read that in a second. And then of course the choices are yes, remove COD, Fortnite crew, or no, the price is fine, or the third one, I don't care either way. So go ahead, Hargee. We'll let you read what Paris has to say. Welcome, Paris.
As usual, sorry, Xbox. Broke Pass is canceled. Sub to PS Plus. Ditch your Project Helix care packages and get a PS5.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know, Hargate, with Paris being here, there is. I could have sworn, and maybe I'm wrong. Paris, let me see. I got a quick question for you. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick, because there it is. Here it is. Paris is this you, Paris? Is this you? Pony Master Jam, is this you? Is this you, Paris? I'm just asking. Paris, is this you? Is this you?
AI.
Pony Bot. And what chair are you sitting in too, Paris? Just wanted to check on that. The nice yellow Project CD Red chair. That's amazing. Now, Paris, we love you, and you know it. You know it. That's Copilot AI. Lies, sir, lies. You even did an unboxing video. I can play that if you want to, but just to say it. It's all AI generated as well, right? They just so lifelike, though. That's why I say the AI is getting really good. Got your voice down and everything. So I'm just messing with you, Paris. You should know this. Anyway, so yeah,
Paris in his Project Helix onesie.
With the little footies in them. It's precious.
Little feeties.
There you go. Okay. Sorry, Hargee. We're having a little bit too much fun. Let's see. All right, let me put you back up here, because I want me to be covered up and not you. Let's see. Where was I at on this tab? Let's see. We were on Jez's poll, and we talked about that. And then we already talked about that. Where were we? We were going to something else. Do you remember where I lost my train of thought? Fuck's sake. Let's see. All right, let me
talking about the pricing for Game Pass.
We were talking about the pricing for Game Pass. Very, very good. We were talking about that. But I think let's see. All right.
Jez's poll.
Jez's poll. Yeah. Okay. So Game Pass, Jez's poll. We do have that. And there's a lot of there's a lot of things to talk about. So all right. So with that poll, and obviously the poll,
I see your poll, and it's all about COD and Fortnite crew, and I keep pointing out the obvious that people don't want it. It's goddamn cloud. Like we're talking like 300 million lost and 1 billion made. Okay, but it's billions to run cloud. Billions to run cloud. And people just don't want to accept that reality. This happened like 2 minutes after they said cloud GA. It literally is why. That's why it went up in price.
Because it was no longer in beta form, right?
It's no longer in beta where Daddy Microsoft was paying for it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Now you have to pay for it. Sorry. GeForce Cloud ain't free either. You got to pay for it. That's the way it is. Isn't that like $20 or something like that? $15-20 a month? Okay. Yeah, and you have caps on how much you can use. So, hey, this is the way it is. People need to realize if you want cloud, sure, there's your cloud cost.
Wait, I just got back. Why is WebDave talking about Jez's poll? Eyes emoji, eyes emoji.
Well, Silent Cipher, I would talk about your poll, but it would be such a short topic that.
Oh, yikes!
I mean, oh, sorry, Stubby. We're just playing. We're friends. I'm just kidding with you. Ooh, exactly right. Oh,
wow.
Oh,
But anyway, yep.
Yes. Gotcha.
It's magical.
Yeah.
Press F.
But I guess the question is COD going to stay in Game Pass, right? This is like the big, issue, right?
Or what do you see? So I'm thinking your thoughts are that if they pulled or at least made it to where the cloud part was either like that's maybe part of the ultimate, but then there was like a tier down, or maybe the cloud was an option that you could choose, you could pick it or something like that. That could, if it brings the price down by like $10, you'd love that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't use cloud. So for me, that's an obvious win. Get rid of it. I don't need it.
Right. A lot of people that do, though. A lot of people that do.
Well, okay, but I'll ask the simple question. If they asked, hey, pay $20 a month, would you do it?
Yes.
For just cloud.
Yes.
Okay.
For me,
and that
makes sense.
So that's great. So they have a customer base that will pay. But I
Yep.
guarantee you it's not the full customer base of Game Pass.
I agree. I agree with that for sure. But I think there's people out there, but you know what I'm saying? So how do they fix it? How do you say what are your suggestions for fixing it?
Well, let's
And
ask the rest of the panel first. So would you be okay with COD coming out of it? And do you think it's a better way to get down to a lower price? What are your thoughts? So let's start with Chrispy. Let's start with you.
There you go.
Fine by me. Basically, I don't give a shit about COD. Never have, never will. Yeah, I mean, maybe sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh, the campaign looks all right. This past game has proven that, well, sometimes they don't know what the hell they're doing. And that's where you go and say, all right, well, how much cloud infrastructure, because I agree with Hargeet, is used for just COD in general. And then you go and say, okay, well, I think there's still COD mobile, right? They haven't canceled that.
Like, we got a comment there.
WebDave, that's it. I'm leaving an upper decker in your hotel room in June. 100 emoji, 100 emoji, hashtag actions have consequences, smiley face emoji, only kidding, bro. Maybe.
Oh, I love you, Silent.
He ain't kidding.
Access to my room for you. Anyway, go ahead.
My point is that if you look at it, and let's say they remove COD and Fortnite, right? But they don't remove it from Ultimate Tier in general. Ultimate Tier is Ultimate Tier. It's $30. Okay. But they remove that and say $25. Okay. Or 20. I mean, I would love for it to be 20, but I don't think that's feasible. $25, you get everything day and date that's not COD, and you don't get all the extra perks. I mean, I think a lot of people would sign up for that, including myself. Like, I just want Gears E-Day. Give me Gears E-Day. End of discussion.
Right.
But there's some people that want COD. So keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Okay? Like, this is old school managerial thought process. Just say, all right, well, we have a $25 tier that does not include COD and everything else. People will be like, oh, it's only $5. Of course they will. That's the poo-poo on the situation. But in realism, they're offering you Fable, Gears, Clockwork Revolution when it comes out. You already get Avowed. You get South of Midnight. You get all of these games that have come out. You get Forza Horizon 6. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a bad thought process. I know that some COD people, I've had the arguments in the Twitter space or the X space, if you want to call it that. And I've said, dude, like, at the end of the day, I don't care about COD, dude. I don't. I have lost interest in games over the years. When you have 8, 9, 10 iterations, I lose it. Would I be as excited if E-Day came out 2 years ago? No, I wouldn't. Okay? I am so excited because they've had time to cook. And that's where I say, let them cook, okay? And provide a new tier. I don't know what you want to call it. I really don't care. But I have no interest. A lot of rumors, a lot of speculation have come from COD being a part of Game Pass, and that's why they raised the price. Now, is that truth in fact? Probably not. Hargeet kind of laid it down. But in realism, that does, like, let's say somebody wants to play Call of Duty because that's their jam, and now they could just play it on their TV. That's cloud infrastructure. So I don't know, man. Like, if you can lower the price at least $5, it might entice people to say, you know what? I don't want to play COD. I just want to play Gears. I don't want to play Fortnite. I just want to play Fable. It's it's a thought. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree. So your answer might be to not necessarily have a few tiers, but then have a tier with like an option, kind of like so I know you can get like for example, when you could get like AT&T streaming, or you could get a bad example, DirecTV. And then like with DirecTV, you can add on packages of HBO and Cinemax and those kind of things. So that's something like you're thinking, like if they here's a big
and let's be honest real quick. The Fortnite crew thing has added value now because they upped the V-Bucks price. So if you really think about it, it's now has more value than it did when they started it out. So I say leave that price, leave the ultimate price. I don't know. Like, I am worried that they're going to take away things like on the like, not necessarily quick resume, but like with the way it goes cross-platform between PC and everything else and all these things. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Just leave ultimate tier the way it is. Maybe it's like you could call it gold tier or something. I don't know. Like they're going to do something, I think, because there's too many rumors going around from, at least some of them are credible, that they're thinking about creating a lower tier. Don't mess with if people want to subscribe to ultimate $30, let them subscribe to it. If you want Call of Duty, you have clearly a Fortnite. That's a contract. Like, people forget these things. That's a contract. The Ubisoft Classics, that's a contract. Okay, so be honest here and say, okay, like, but we can make a lower tier that doesn't include any of that. That's not part of the contract. And I think they got to keep it simple and they just say, hey, like, here's this lower tier. It has Gears E-Day. It has Fable. It has all these games that you want, and you're not a COD player, because there's a lot of people. I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot of people that are not interested in playing COD multiplayer. Maybe the single player comes into context at some point.
Gotcha. I got it. Yeah, I agree. I think that's interesting. All right, so Hargeet, let's get your what are your thoughts on this? And welcome, Fuzzy Belvedere too. Welcome.
We don't want to go to Cork. Let's get Cork's idea.
Okay, I'm sorry, Cork. Yes. Let's get Cork. I'm sorry.
Hi.
I'm doing too many
yeah, I just say yeah, because like I find the value in Ultimate. And I said that since the price raises happened. I'm not deviating from that at all. I like the price of Ultimate. I find a lot of value from that because I play a ton of games every single year. Like there's a bunch of like the Tiny Bookshop game that just came out. I gave it a whirl. I'm easily playing at least 3 to 4 games a month that are coming out to Game Pass. But that's what that tier is for. That tier is for me. I don't think they have to remove Call of Duty at all or Fortnite. Fortnite is one of the largest games out there right now with the biggest player base. And it's a good ad. I everything that they brought to Ultimate was great. If they want to do another tier, I don't see anything problem with that. Go ahead. Have 5, 6, 7 different tiers, whatever it may be. Make different tiers, whatever works for the consumer, that they find the best value for what they are paying for. If they want to kind of go for a subscription-based service, kind of where, you could, you pay $10 for Game Pass. But if you want, you can add this in there, like maybe World of Warcraft subscription, or maybe, you could call it the Battle Pass. Battle Pass edition, and now you're getting every single Battle Pass for $10 extra a month. That's something that's owned by Xbox. So you'll get the Overwatch Battle Pass, you'll get Call of Duty Battle Pass, you'll that kind of thing.
I like that.
Yeah, different things. Give the consumer value for the money that they want to spend. It could get a little convoluted. Right now they have it very simple with the tier differences. But I've never been against people being able to choose how they want to spend their money and how they want to play in wherever the ecosystem they want to play on. With that said, I don't think they need to remove Call of Duty. I like it. Keep it in the Ultimate tier. Keep Fortnite Crew in the Ultimate tier. It's already going to be a catch-22. You're going to get people, if they remove anything from any tier, you're still going to get the bad faithers that come out and, that's why they're $1 trillion company. Why are they removing? We should be getting more for less. And it's like, that's not how business works. That's not how any of this works. You can't go into a steakhouse and order an 8-ounce, New York strip and then complain, that you're not getting a tomahawk when you paid for an 8-ounce New York strip. That's just not how that works. So, I don't think they should be taking anything away. I think they should be reorganizing the tier structure that best gives people value for their money.
Agreed. Yeah, exactly. And I did like the idea of the quote unquote Battle Pass bundle. That's kind of cool. All right, Hargeet, now it's your turn, sir. Let's hear your thoughts on this. And then if you want to pull up Paris's comment again as well, that's fine. Yeah, he had
he's had a couple of them. Let me see what the last one.
Never want to leave Paris out for topics.
Which was interesting too. So he said, I disagree. Get rid of the expensive tier, as it's the price everyone will always point to, no matter what is in a lower tier. I totally agree. It's just like the $900 PS5 Pro. It's like, but you can also get one for $600 if you don't want the $900. Same with the Xbox. Is $800. It's $800, but you can also get the $400 Series S. But nobody wants to talk about those. They always want a $900 console. Oh my god! Like, that's fine. And I agree. They see $30. They don't see the cheaper tiers. That's fair. It's just the way we are, right? We always look at the top costs and it's like, oh my god, how can they charge that much? It is what it is. So he's got a point there. Look, the whole thing, like taking COD out of Game Pass. I don't like this idea. And the reason I don't like this idea is it goes down that slippery slope. Well, we think Elder Scrolls 6 is too big, so we're just not going to put it in Game Pass. No. I don't want that to ever be like it's a case by case. No. You promised everything. So I don't care. At this point, you've signed an agreement. That's it. Because that's inviting a class action lawsuit that says you said everything and you own that game. Why am I not getting it? Right. So now you're going to create this headache, and it's going to happen. They're too big to not sue. I'm just saying they're too big to not get sued. They get sued all the time anyway. And if you're going to go back on your word, okay. Guess what's going to happen? So I think they're working out other ways to do it. What they'll have to do is something creative like they did now. They said, we'll take it away from everything but the top tier. Okay. You've kept your word. It's still there. You just got to pay for the top tier. Okay. That's fair. It's fair.
Thank you.
They could come up with an equivalent that said, like I think Chrispy was saying, let's get a version that's a little lower tier, $25, whatever it is, gives you all the day dates, but takes away some of those cloud things and Fortnites and all the perks and all that. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Right. But to Paris's point, that $30 is still going to be there. So I don't know what the answer to that is. To me, it's simple. It's the cloud. I don't care about that. They've never said they have to have that. So eliminate it. Just make it a separate thing.
Yeah.
If Ultimate is always going to have cloud, fine. But then you're always going to have that cost.
Yeah.
Right. So you're always going to have a tier of Game Pass that's going to be expensive in people's eyes.
Yeah.
So fair enough. I still think it's tough to say that you should take COD away. They could say, hey, Minecraft is this big game that I don't want to go down this path. It's much better to say, no, everything you own, that's what you said, all your games, day and date, in Game Pass. A tier of Game Pass should offer that, right? That tier may be more expensive. Fine. But the optics of that is on you, but I don't think you should take it away. I think that's a bad idea. But you know what? They have to figure out their thing. We don't even know if Game Pass exists, right? They could say a year from now, Game Pass ain't working, we're done. That's always a possibility. That would be logistically crazy.
Yeah.
But
we know it does
interesting
make them money, though. They've said it does make them money. So.
It does. And so I don't know where all this industry hubbub comes from. Usually there's always something from somewhere. Every time things are going well, there's got to be something bad comes out. It's like, okay, well, what could we possibly throw out there? Now there's this one. We've heard rumors of this, right? That Call of Duty needs to come out of Game Pass because they're not happy with the performance. Well, where did that come from? Who told us that they're not happy with the performance?
Yeah.
Did they? I don't know. Did they? There's a potential. I don't know if it's actually substantiated, but that they made $300 million less. But then there's a corollary to that. They also gained $1 billion in revenue from Game Pass. Does that not count? Or do we just assume that would have already happened? I don't know. There's also like a crossover of how many people who would be on Game Pass actually care to play Call of Duty versus how many people who play Call of Duty would want to be on Game Pass. That there's going to be some percent of people that do that have both, but I think there's a lot of people who Call of Duty players are like, what? I don't care about those games. I play Call of Duty, right? And if I'm going to play something else, I've heard of that Arc Raiders, right? That's the kind of game they're going to play, right? So it's not going to be like, oh, hey, I want to play the next indie game. There are players that do that, right? That's totally fair. I am one of those players. I play the campaign of Call of Duty, and then I play all sorts of other games out of Game Pass, like Corkenstein, you were saying. That's a perfect platform for us because we like playing a lot of games, right? But it's not great for every gamer. And a lot of gamers are just, I only play my Call of Duty. I only play my Apex Legends. I only play my Fortnite. Fair enough, right? Those games don't need to be in Game Pass. Fine. In other words, they wouldn't care to be in Game Pass. They care to just get those games. So it doesn't matter to them. Now, do they get Game Pass anyways? Well, they have to if they're on Xbox because they have to have a tier of Game Pass because they need to play online, right? That's you're kind of automatically in Game Pass. Are you in the ultimate tier though? Probably not. So these are the things they have to work through, right? And they have the metrics. They can figure all that out. I just think it's bad optically to take one game out because then you're always going to have that. We could take that one out. You pick any example. Hey, we could pick that one and say, oh, that's too big. We're not going to put that one in. I don't want to go down that path. I just think it's a bad idea. Let it. Hey, you said everything. So it has to be everything. And then if that means
rumor taking as gospel, #SMH.
Yes, that's the thing, right?
It is
they're throwing things around. We can throw things around too, right? But ultimately, they're going to make a decision on what they need to do. They might introduce a $50 tier that has Call of Duty in it. Fair enough. That at least takes care of the optics of, hey, there's no Call of Duty in Game Pass. Sure, it's just a lot more money. Have fun. So
yeah.
But I hope they don't move Ultimate there.
Yeah.
So
yep.
I don't know.
All right. There's a couple of oh, I had it up there. What happened to it? Shit. There we go. A couple of comments from Sappho I wanted you to read real quick. Where'd it go? There we go. Start with this one.
Sure. Sappho, the media probably has hours of Phil Spencer saying day and day. Yeah. Well, it's not even the media. I wouldn't even care about that. I would care about in the contract terms of what you've signed up for. Would they have any terms that say our first party games will be their day and date? If they do, they're in trouble. They can't just pull it then, right? So if they don't, fair enough. Good on them. They can get away with it. They also did make statements while they were getting ABK, while they were trying to get through the regulatory process, that it would be beneficial to our consumers, to the customers out there in the world of gaming, that this would be accessible in a better format with Game Pass for those who want to economically get it at a lower rate, right? They would have the option. So now they could say, well, that doesn't matter. It wasn't actually stipulated in any of the contract agreements or regulatory agreements. Fair enough. That's true as well. It may be that they could get away with it. Optically, it's going to look bad. There's just no way around that.
She had 2 more quick.
All right. Sappho, no, I'm not even entertaining the idea. This is one thing I refuse to give them an easy out for. They promised day and date. I'm paying for day and date. I agree. I like at some point they said that for all games. EA just did this with what was that game from Ferris? What was it? Split Fiction did not come to EA Play Pro when their contract terms, again, everything, right? So it's like, well, okay. Sappho again, once it's gone, I'm canceling.
If they remove day and date, yeah.
Of Call of Duty. I'm assuming just Call of Duty. So yeah, I mean it's a thing. It would optically be bad, and I just don't like the idea of giving them the out. I can see another tier. You say, hey, there's a lower tier that doesn't have it, which by the way, this is what they do. Premium does not have Call of Duty. Right? Premium, they took away Call of Duty. You're not getting it. Not even day and date. You're not getting it. So okay, fine, fair enough. But you have the tier that does. Fair enough. Right. Yep. So they haven't gone back on their thing. You still have it. Right. So you have 2 tiers technically. You have PC Game Pass as well. But
there you go. There you go. Yeah. A big shout out to the over 230 people we have watching us live on X and on YouTube. Thank you all so much for being here. We do appreciate you. Each and every one of you have been here. We've got lots of topics to get to, and we are, look, we got Hargeet all parched. Same with me. Got to rehydrate because more topics are coming our way pretty fast and furious. I do actually want to jump over to this. There's a quick little interview that happened on Mr. Right Way. When he was at the GDC, and I don't know if anybody saw this or not, but I'm going to pull this up. Let me see if we can see that. All right, everybody see the screen? Is it on? No, okay. All right, add the stage. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna play it. It's a little quick little interview, but he meets with Phil real quick at the GDC, and then somebody else steps in the screen, and then after that, we're gonna go over to the one of the topics on our thumbnail, which is all of the they want to hear from us. They want to know what you want, what the fans want to make everything Xbox better. And let's just see. All right, so let's start by playing this. Sure, get the volume up. Okay, here we go.
The light. Okay, how's that? So we can look better. All right, guys, you never know who you run into. This man's retired like me. I'm retired from the military. He's retired from the Xbox.
That's my name. See?
Look, hold on. Oh, assistant now.
Asha's assistant.
You are Asha's assistant.
That's my job.
How you enjoying retirement, man?
But she's right here. Asha's right here.
Is she right where? Oh, look, Asha's right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, look, see that? Oh, it's on video. We got Madam Xbox over here. Madam Xbox, come on in. How you doing? Madam Xbox, how you doing?
I'm great.
Are you enjoying your new role?
I'm enjoying it. First GDC.
First GDC, mine too.
Oh, really?
This is my first GDC. Yes, it is.
It's Mario hat.
Nintendo store. It's Mario Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to celebrate Mario Day.
Nice.
We had to come here. Mario Day on Xbox, but we all love video games. This was all about, right? So we want to wish you success. We want to wish you thank you. Welcome to the community. I know you got a big role ahead of you, but I know you're going to do a good job.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate you and continue success on your retirement.
Thank you, sir.
I love the Xbox 360 generation. That was just amazing generation.
I love it too.
Yeah. So
I also love this generation.
Hey, we love Odyssey. We like games, right?
We like games.
We like games. Games everywhere, right?
Yeah.
That's all right. So what are you going to do? Go fishing? What you going to do?
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding.
Yeah. No fishing.
No fishing?
No,
all right.
I like fish, but I don't fish.
No fish. Okay. Well, let's get a picture, but thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man.
Let's get a picture.
There you go. There you go. Awesome, quick little interview that he had. I thought that was kind of cool. But the reason I did it because I think the accessibility that Hargeet and Cork, for being there last year's show and the year before for you guys. Last year was my first show, but the accessibility of the leadership for Microsoft is, they're accessible. I mean, it's not like you can, you're gonna go out to dinner with them or anything like that. But that you actually get to can meet them and talk to them, and they're approachable. They're nice enough to post for pictures. You can go ahead.
I mean, we did go to dinner with Jason Ronald. I'm just.
Oh, we
saying.
did. We did. We did. Yeah, yeah. That was a running meme 2 years ago, wasn't it? That he's paying you all off and buying all y'all dinner, which he didn't buy dinner. Shoot. Anyway, but yeah, that's kind of funny. So, but the thing is that they are accessible, and with that, right now, I guess, Asha is, I think she's because people say, oh, well, a lot of stuff was already in the works. Of course, a lot of stuff's already in the works, things that they're planning. But there's also initiatives that she is either greenlighting or she's pushing forward or she is like leaning into because she knows she's now on the clock. Let's face it, she is on the clock, and it's things that got to go it gotta be done. So, all right, Hargee, let's let you read this little comment here, and then we'll kind of get into some more of this other little topics, as it were, of the day.
Sure. Asha Sharma has a dedicated team listening to gamers' feedback and giving them what they want. It's too early to say, but Asha might be really good at her job. Okay. She's been delivering in a short amount of time. Let's see. Toggling the quick resume by title, expanding home screen groups with easier organization, expanding custom colors, themes options across your console, achievement updates, new animations, icons, hiding games from your list, and highlighting your 100% completed games. She says there is more coming soon.
Yeah, and she's been there, this is her 5th week, I think, something like that. Yeah, she's making some headway, for sure. And I'm going to jump over to this one real quick, because there's actually there's a site you can go to where you can make suggestions. But let me. This is one of our community members that often comes on our show. Oops, hang on a second. I gotta. I'm gonna let you talk for just a second. I can grab this phone real quick. It's from work. Hold on a second.
All right. I don't know where we're going with this specific topic because he kind of left us halfway on some new piece. But let's just go over just that. Like, what do we think of the first month or so of Asha running Xbox? So let's start with you, Corkenstein.
It's been good. She's been doing a really, really great job. But I mean, this is her bread and butter. It's user acquisition. So she's looking at easy wins right here that, like, why aren't we projects that have probably already been in the pipeline? She's just prioritizing them a little bit ahead of other projects right now. Things that they can knock out really, really quick while they work on heavier, bigger things. You're not going to see, she's just following up on the execution right now. And that's not to take away everything that she's doing. But we probably won't see an Asha initiative probably until after this Helix gen starts. And that's when you're going to start seeing how she's going to I think put the company, how she's going to, like how Phil righted the ship. This is her chance to take over and steer the ship into a new direction. And that's something you won't see until the next gen starts, I believe. Right now, like I said, she's just executing stuff that was already there. I have seen people, I saw a post, I can't remember who it was, that was like, Asha's done more in 2 months than Sarah's Bond did in like 2 years. And I was like, now, don't put disrespect on Sarah Bond like that. A lot of the stuff that Sarah Bond did was a lot behind the scenes, with third-party publishers, things like that. It's totally two different styles of attack and leadership. And that's something that you need. You need something where you're going to have different visions. You can't have a tunnel vision. Like, look at, prime example, look at PlayStation right now. Their tunnel vision has led them down a path of, we have to have a console and only this console, and we have to have exclusives and only exclusives to this console. And it's hurting them because of the tunnel vision. Even though they've had 3 different leaders, they've have people that are still in that tunnel vision, and anyone that tries to deviate has horribly failed. Sadly, with the direction they want to go. So it's nice when we see, and Xbox is embracing this kind of new leadership that, try these things, do what you want. And I think she's doing great. But again, she's executing somebody else's vision right now. I really, and that's not a knock on her. I don't think she can do any big initiatives. This is all easy. Like I said, this is all kind of easy win stuff where there's stuff already in the pipeline and she's just prioritizing to get more users involved and things like that. So I really want to see maybe after Helix starts, how that's going to work.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to step away for a second there. Did we lose Chrispy?
I think so.
Okay, hopefully he'll be back. Yeah,
what happened?
Someday it could have been his connection. Once in a blue. That's why he doesn't go on camera, because sometimes his connection is kind of 50-50. So I'll reach out to him on the side and see.
All right.
But yeah, you can go ahead and again, I apologize for that. Somebody from work called me by mistake. I'm not the manager on duty. Anyway.
All right. I mean, basically,
There he
there he is. All right. So now we can get his opinion. Hey, Chrispy, you're back. Can you hear us?
I got a little.
The audio is working. There we go. No?
Yep.
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Corkenstein kind of gave his idea or his opinion on how Asha's been doing for the first month or so. What are your thoughts? How's she been doing for the first month or so for Xbox?
I think she's treading lightly. She understands the community aspect of it, clearly by the video that Dave showed. She doesn't know how to navigate this situation right now. And this is where I say, I think, the AI, I would say, angst from Xbox gamers has nothing to do with the actual games themselves. It has to do with the analytics that she's trying to gain from the community themselves. I feel like she has Phil there for a reason, but I feel like Phil wanted to do some things that might happen later. And I only say that because why is he still there? And hey, I'm the assistant. Like he's laughing about it. But in realism, there's some things like everybody forgets ABK and all of the stuff, all of the things that transpired during the court cases and all the other things. Like, there comes a time where a man after 30-something years says, enough's enough. I ain't doing this no more. And I feel like he is trying to breathe within her what he has tried to do for so long. And, the plan is not the plan until it's the plan again. Dude, things change, okay? Like, you have to realize Microsoft is such a large company that you can't just change everything without regulators or the president or somebody else up your you-know-what and around the corner. And you're just like, okay, pull everything off PlayStation. I have said this time and again. Imagine that. Imagine the backlash. Imagine pulling even Minecraft or COD in general, everything else, Elder Scrolls, all of them right now after they went through that whole battle about ABK. With the leadership they had, it was not feasible. Now you have new leadership. Now you've went through all of the trials and tribulations. And all of a sudden, now you have a new leader at the top of Xbox. And you say, okay, well, we have to take her into consideration because she's changing things. Now, I'm not saying pulling everything from PlayStation, because I just told you that what would happen. Everybody on this panel, I think everybody in this chat knows what would happen. Negative news until no end. They look at analytics. They have the data that most companies would never even fathom to have. They have all of it. Okay? Windows, everything else. All of these things that we use time and again. And you say you're going to do that. No, they're not. But I think there's a little smidgen in her that says, you know what? What if we did? And let's find a little like nuance to it, and just, okay, like certain games are really great. I have played them. She plays games. Like, people poo-poo her. She's been playing games. Okay. Like, it doesn't mean that she has to love all of them, but to understand the gaming community, you must at least try. And that's something that a lot of people don't have anymore. And everybody looks at Peter Moore. Peter Moore is not a gamer. Okay? He's not. He is an executive. He went through with Sega, and then Sega threw him to the curb, and then he went to Xbox. Okay? And then all of a sudden, like, Xbox has this like resurgence through the 360 area. And then they throw him to the curb. These are executives. She knows that she's walking on coals. She knows that. But at the same time, I see a lot of rumors that they're going to reduce the margin that they're looking at from Xbox, because the gain could be far greater. I'm seeing a lot of things with Netflix, and all of a sudden Luna is going to disappear. I would almost think that Xbox Game Pass could become a part of Prime, okay? And they would merge those things, because Game Pass, and with their cloud infrastructure, is better than what Luna has done. And also, well, let's not forget all the IP and all the things that these movies and TV shows could look at and say, that looks good for Prime Video in general. They have, and this is where I always said, PlayStation always had to play with Marvel, okay, because they had the Spider-Man rights, okay? So they had the movie TV rights, didn't have the gaming rights in realism. Well, this is the same goes for Microsoft with Amazon. And Amazon did really, really well with Fallout. Really freaking good. And I'm telling you right now, a gaming IP like Elder Scrolls or something like that, I don't know, dude. Next Game of Thrones, if you actually treat the gamers that watch it like, hey, here's a little hit for you. These are things that I look at and I say, everything's null and void now. Everything is up in the air, but the one thing that it doesn't include is PlayStation, because PlayStation don't play that. They are all about them, the self ecosystem, what they are delivering to their gamer. And that's great. That's awesome. But it doesn't include PC from what the rumors have said. They haven't said nothing. Have they said anything? No, they're going with the rumors. They're letting them happen. At least Microsoft at some point be like, no, like that's not happening. Like we're still on PC. Like, what you talking about? Like, they keep letting people like try to connect the dots, and it's a little redundant for them because Marathon's not doing well.
No.
And their gas games that they're supposedly that's the only thing that's going to come to Xbox or PC, they're not doing well. So what are we doing here? And if I had shares in either company, I would look at Sony and be like, yeah, you're still trading at $20 a share. What are we talking about here? Like, you haven't grown your ecosystem at all. If anything, you have eliminated parts of it by allowing these rumors to continue to go. And yeah, the stands are screaming at the top of their lungs, yes. But then I'm sitting there like, okay, so if we're good with PC as an Xbox fan, like, so are they a part of our ecosystem now? Because that's a whole lot of freaking people, man. I don't know. I think she's feeling it out because she's not a huge gamer. Clearly, she could play some games, but she's starting to realize that there's a far bigger ecosystem that has nothing to do with consoles, but you can also nurture the console that you already have. And that's what Phil has allowed to happen. So now you have this opportunity to go, hey, like, we're not hating on anybody, but maybe if Fable's going to get delayed, maybe it only be for PlayStation that gets delayed. I don't know. PC gamers are still there. Just a thought.
There you go. All right. Well, it's an interesting thought for sure, and I'm with you on. I think she's still got a lot to learn as far as this particular industry, but she has been there for a little while, and I guarantee you, Sasha didn't just throw her into the fire. Excuse me. Satya. Sorry, I meant to say Satya didn't just throw her into the fire just to take the heat. I think he put her in there because he thinks that she is the person that can actually lead them forward. Hargeet, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think in a lot of ways she's kind of like she must be getting somebody in her ears saying certain things about what things might be interesting to gamers, right? Because she admitted to by herself, she admitted that she's not quite in the gaming world, so she's just learning. But there are enough people at Xbox that certainly understand what what the community wants. Interestingly, she also met with Major Nelson, and he sort of kept his ear to the ground on what the customers or what the community wanted, and he could relay that back. And maybe he did say, hey, these were the top things that I was looking at and would try to push for, but that was not going anywhere. Maybe you can take a look at it, right? So it's somebody is still telling her, hey, these are the things that maybe are interesting for the customer right now. Why don't we try to do that? And maybe that'll bring back a little bit of enthusiasm for the brand. On paper, things are good, right? And that's kind of where it is. And until we get substantial news where something changes, we just don't know, right? So it's interesting we're getting these Helix packages sent out to people because if we're talking about a console coming out like late next year, is this early for this kind of thing? But I don't know. So I don't know why that's coming out. It just hints that maybe something is going to be announced in June, I guess. But because it's very interesting that they're sending that out like 2 months before the June showcase. It's like, okay, well, I think something's going to be announced there, and what that is, I have no idea. But like, there are chances for her to kind of make a big splash, and the question is, what is that going to be like? And there's a lot of things, rumors abound. Always take those all with a grain of salt, because I think what she's going to do is say, okay, let's say we did a total clean slate of what is Xbox, what would you want to do? And you then have like all these things coming in. That does not mean that they're going to happen, right? There's balancing all that out to make sure you have a sustaining business that works. So they'll have to work through those pieces and see what they get. But there will probably be some things that will be undone, right? So famously, we got Phil in. The first thing he does is unbundles the Kinect from Xbox, right? And that was a massive change, right? And cut it down by $100. You could see things like that. Maybe there will be some potential push like that. You see this new like sales campaign, which I don't know if that started under Phil or it started under Asha. I think it started under Asha, right? That they give you up to half off on getting a Series X console, some major discounts on Series S consoles, but it's kind of directed. It would be nice if it was just general, but it's directed, so you get a deal for you. That's kind of crazy, right? So that's like another thing that might be coming in. How do we get more adoption? Maybe they're targeting people who are still logging in with an Xbox One to say, hey, let's target those folks and see if
I
they'll
believe that's what
bump
it
up
is.
to a Series X or a Series S. Great deals for them. Oh, cool, great. So there's potential stuff going on. The question is, where's she gonna like make that big pivot? Right now, everything's kind of status quo. Nothing's really majorly changed with minor tweaks here and there, right? But will there be a major pivot? Would we change the Game Pass tiers? Would we change the exclusivity thing? Would we see price decreases or price increases? Things like that. Like, where are they going to pivot things to? Are there going to be more acquisitions? Are there there's all sorts of things that she could go after. We just don't know, right? And so there's a lot of things up in the air. I'd say like it's the first month. She's going to learn a lot. She's already made some interesting choices. One thing that's very interesting to me specifically is that there was this nice little thing that happened last year. And this has now become something I don't have to worry about. I can just go enjoy the Fanfest. So, thank you. She decided that was something that she was going to go do is Fanfest. I don't have to worry about doing it myself. That is very cool, right? So, and it's global. They're doing the Fanfest and every one of these events. That's great news. So that alone is a change, right? That's a short term. Right as she comes along, that they go ahead and make that change. Fantastic, right? Are there going to be more marketing changes? Those are things that she's looking to do because you saw the hires, right? The new hire things that she's looking for. We're both marketing people. Okay, that's cool, right? So maybe there'll be some changes there as to how they come to market and how they address the market. Look, there's a lot of potential here. A lot of things could stay the same. A lot of things could change. We have to see, but so far I'd say cautiously optimistic. I think there's, because it was always going in is like, well, but you know nothing about this community. How are you going to address the community if you don't know what they want? It's kind of like the Jim Ryan thing of like, well, why would anybody play old games? Oh my God, dude, seriously. When asked about backwards compatibility, right? And like, that's just a fail of an answer from Jim Ryan, right? It's like, duh. Okay. And then like, his entire focus was let's do all these live service games instead of the thing that you make, the core games you make, keep that sustaining. And now they're in a quandary. They have to go figure out how to make like content, right? And this is what happens, right? It was always foreseeable. Like, this is not likely to work, dude. But speaking of which, there's the whole story about Marathon. That's another thing. But yeah, so I'd say good, cautiously optimistic. We will see when major decisions are made, what they look like, right? That's going to be the determinant as to where things are going with that platform. Ultimately, I just want my games. I'd love to keep Game Pass the way it is for me day and date. I want that. I don't want it to go up further in cost. So hopefully it stays where it is or it gets lower. But again, I'm all in for a long time. I have so many years of Game Pass already squared away. So to me, it's irrelevant. I didn't pay $30. I paid like average of like $12. So I'm good for a while. So yeah, whatever their next steps are, I'm just looking forward to it. And maybe we see things before June, but maybe we see a lot of things at June. And we start seeing a whole bunch more over the summer as they start shifting their focus as she starts getting more into it. Like Chrispy, you were mentioning why is Phil still there? And I think that's really just a security blanket at this point. It effectively means he really wasn't kicked out because he's there for like the better part of a year, continuing on. And he's like, you know what? When it comes to the holidays, I'm out. You do your thing, I'm out. You can already see how much happier he is. He's like, you know what? The pressure's off my shoulders.
Exactly.
I don't have to worry about this, right? And so it's great. So good luck to Phil. Hopefully he'll enjoy his retirement. I hope he comes to FanFest. I'd love to see him at least one more time.
Yes,
as part of the Xbox thing.
Oh, he should present or something.
Yeah,
like
I would love that.
Nice.
I would love him to be there. Yeah, absolutely. And so hopefully he's going to be there. And then I'm sure he'll be around in the industry. He's still going to be Phil Spencer, right? It's we see some of the other big names in the industry still relevant. I'm sure there'll be podcasts for interviews and stuff like that for him. But yeah, it's going to be fun times. So let's see what happens. It's certainly more exciting than where we were before. Let's just say that. Lots of cool things happening, right? So there's potential for a lot of change. We'll just hope it's good, and my recommendations are to not go totally crazy in the first year. Maybe there will be some pivots here and there. But I think, like a lot of you have already said, next gen, yeah, things could change, and that's the time to do it. Next gen is not too far away, as far as we understand. It is next year in 2027. We get the next gen, and that's when you can start seeing some major shifts in what they do. But we'll see. We'll see. She might pivot on something like we hear E-Day maybe is not going to be going to other platforms. Fable will not launch day and date on PlayStation. Cool. I don't care. To me, it's just, do I get my game on my platform? And my platform is Xbox, and I have PC, and I want it on both of those because I like to be able to play on either. So for me, it's as long as it comes out there, I'm happy. If it comes to PlayStation, good for them. I don't care. But if that's what's holding it up, they can get it later. I give it to me now. I'm all set. Do not release it in November. Do not release it in December. But outside of that, fair enough.
There you go. There you go. Good points made by everybody on the panel. There was another little part to it, which there's actually a lot of people are doing this, and there's actually like if you they're wanting to hear some of your feedback at Microsoft now. They're wanting to know. There's been some surveys go out. There's been some websites and stuff set up where you can actually go in and make comments or some posts on the X account on X, so the Xbox account on X, excuse me, where you can actually go through and you can put hashtags in and leave some comments. And here's one that I guess a regular member of our community that comes on and joins us a lot, which we just adore her. She's absolutely amazing, a very good content creator, and that is Epic Treasure. And Epic, if you don't mind, Hargeet, read some of these comments because I think this is great. She lives in Australia, and I think this is super pertinent because I've tried to gift stuff to other people that are all over the world, and I think this will be a good fix.
Yeah. So one of the issues, if you have ever utilized that cool feature where you can go into the store and say, I want to gift this game to somebody else, that works as long as within your country. You can't cross countries, and I don't know if that's a tax situation issue or something like that. So I'm not sure why they've done that, but usually it's something like that. They just haven't enabled it in their back end to be able to handle all of that. So have you had issues gifting others on Xbox due to region locks too? Let Asha Sharma know and offer your feedback on the thread too. And what she had on her global wish list, I would love to be able to have a wish list on Xbox that can be utilized globally. At the moment, you cannot gift people from other regions. So yeah, both of those are kind of cool.
There you go. Yeah, and it's there's a lot of little things, a little tweaks and things that we even one that I mentioned I guess the other day when we were talking about the I mentioned it to Dirt when he was on his Dark Band show that one of the things that they were looking at was the possibility of tweaking. Some people want to bring back some things in the past. And some things may be practical, maybe not. One of them was the picture in a picture element that was on the older Xbox One, which at that time made more sense because it was they trying to make it TV, the all-in-one kind of thing, where you could have, and I actually utilized it a lot. I'd have like either a ball game or news or whatever in the corner while I'm sitting there playing my game, and I could still, it was like two things at once. It was, it was a lot of content coming in, but I loved it. It was a great little feature. You could also, watch like a YouTube video or have content playing while you're playing the game, or maybe even, have a walkthrough playing and do it. And the comment that was made back about that one was, maybe it can't be implemented on the current system, but with the new system they're working on being a quote unquote PC, more PC elements to it, PC/hybrid, whatever you want to call it, it would be more capable of doing those kind of things if they're interested in bringing those kind of things back. I mean, which some people, look, there's a lot of features out there that people are like, oh, I'd love to have this and love to have this. And other people are like, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't need that. Who needs that? Kind of thing. And that's just the way it is. Like for example, cloud, like we were just talking about earlier in the show. I think cloud is a benefit, and I think it's a great asset to have to it. But for Hargeet, for Joey. And welcome out Joey, who's in the chat. I know he doesn't use cloud at all. It's not relevant there. It doesn't work good for him in his area. So it's like it doesn't make sense.
No, it's not available to him.
Right, exactly.
He's not even allowed to use it.
Right. Well, but that's my point. Is that so for him, he doesn't give a fuck about cloud because it's not available to him. But if those things are at least available to you, you have the option to do it. I'm all about the options. I'm definitely all about the. Yes, Joey can't use cloud. I get it now. I'm sorry about it. But what my point is, the reason he doesn't like cloud, he said, because he always makes the comment, "Fuck cloud," it's because he can't use it. So hopefully they'll get those kind of elements and stuff fixed as well. And a lot of some people said in the past too, Microsoft needs to be in more countries and stuff. And you're right, they do definitely need to be in more places. But a lot of the countries that like Sony and stuff into, they're not exactly what you call huge markets. They may have been like there's like 30 other countries that they're definitely into, but those countries have less than 100,000 people, period, in their ecosystem. So I mean, it's not necessarily billions and billions of people that are just going to be dumped into the ecosystem just because you open up to their particular market. I'm just saying. So there is some that are there that way that are huge. Yes, most definitely. It's definitely better to be in more places, but sometimes you got to focus on where you're able to get in. So some of the countries don't really want you there, if you know what I mean. Hargate, I think you know what I'm saying when I say that. Politically, there's some countries that they don't want nothing to do with a U.S. company coming in spreading any kind of propaganda, any kind of gaming or otherwise. So they just, it's just the way it is. That's why there's a lot of gatekeeping on certain things. And to get into China, I think, like for WoW and stuff, they have to go through a third party company to get WoW servers available to play. And for a little while that was shut off, and then now it's back on. But those kind of things, it can happen. So I don't know. It's crazy. Hargey, we got so many topics and things. We have over 260 people watching us live. Thank you all so much for being here. Great members of the community hanging out with us. It's awesome. We have a lot of great topics, and we have a great guest tonight. I know it's different places we can jump around to. I'll throw you some of the highlights I've got pulled up already. One of the new rumors was that about some of the profit margins going away. That some of the requirements have been released. That's a rumor from Central Xbox. And then there's also the Rockstar is confirmed that they had a third-party data breach on their. How could this affect GTA? Let's see. There's also the official Drew Burry, former Insomniac, and he has joined Blizzard and Xbox, and he's supposedly working on the new StarCraft shooter, which is it's kind of exciting news. We also have the Paris Lilly's unboxing of his Project Healy package, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's the pony bought Paris Lilly. I'm just kidding, Paris. We love you, but he did an unboxing. But yeah, he comes on here and he slams us about the Xbox. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, and then of course some of the big news that kind of dropped was that Amazon has officially announced that Luna is no longer offering their game store. It's shutting down soon. Yeah. So
let's talk about that one. Let's do that.
Sounds so got some meat on the bone on that one. Let's go to that. Let's see. Share this tab. Boom. Shakalaka. I'll let you read this. This is a good post from John, and then we'll kind of go around the horn.
Amazon just gave up on gaming. I don't know if that's entirely true. I'm not sure what they're really doing, but let's read through it. Yep. Starting April 10, 2026, Amazon Luna will no longer offer game stores, individual game purchases, or third-party subscriptions. You can still play what you already bought until June 10. Then it's gone. After gutting studios, axing projects, and layoffs, this is the final nail in the coffin. Stadia to Luna. Big tech cloud gaming graveyard grows. Own your games. Physical plus real ownership wins again. Full details here, but I don't know that that's entirely true because they say they're doubling down on Luna, and I'm like, but what are you offering? I don't understand. Is it really just sort of like games they curate in like a subscription? Is that kind of what's left? I don't quite know what they're talking about. So because it's part of Amazon Prime, right? So you have it there, and then there's an expanded version. But I don't know. Let's just click into the thing, to the article and see if they give us more information. So here we go. I don't know if I want to read the whole thing, but what's changing? A la carte game purchases are no longer available. Bring your own library will no longer be supported. Ubisoft Plus and Jackbox games subscriptions sold through Luna are discontinued. Third-party game stores, EA, Ubisoft, and GOG are being removed from the Luna platform. Then it kind of goes into, will you lose the games? No, because those games were bought through EA, Ubisoft, GOG, etc. You own those on those stores, so you can still get them. What will happen to my subscription? It will just get canceled. I think after renewal, it will be automatically canceled. And then what else do they have? Let's move down. Do they have any more information? What is happening to the bring your own library benefit? Allows you to play supported games you purchase from third-party platforms, including EA, GOG, and Ubisoft directly on Luna after June 3rd, 2026. This benefit is being discontinued, and these games will no longer be playable on Luna. Can I download my game save data? Yes. That's kind of cool, but you only have it for 90 days. You have 90 days to download it, which kind of stinks. But for those who care about their game saves, they should get them.
Yes.
Will I be charged for my Ubisoft Plus or Jackbox subscriptions after it's canceled? No. Once they've finished here, that it's done. Can I get a refund for games that I'd previously purchased? The answer is no to that, if I remember right. All purchases of a la carte titles through Luna are final, and we do not accept returns except as expressly stated in the digital products return policy. However, you can continue to access your purchased titles through your linked third-party platform accounts. If you have questions about a specific purchase, please contact Amazon customer service. Okay, cool. How do I claim my complimentary Luna Premium offer? If eligible, you will receive an email on or after June 10th with details about the offer and how to claim it. What is Luna Premium? Okay, maybe this tells us what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Luna Premium, like scroll down a bit more. Is that it? Is that all they have? That's all they have.
Okay,
Luna Premium, yep, gives you unlimited access to a curated library of top-tier games, all included with your subscription. No individual purchase is required. Learn more about Luna Premium. So that's what they're going to. They're going to go to a model of like a Game Pass offering with no option to buy. I think that's essentially what they're doing, right? So they'll have a curated list, and you will just have access to the games that they choose.
Do we want to play the video?
Sure.
Welcome to Amazon Luna, where you can play in a whole new way. It's never been easier to play with or against family and friends across exclusive titles, party games, and more, included with Prime. Play the games you love and discover new favorites on the devices you already own. Luna, here to play.
But it's dead.
But that's what they're going to, right?
Cool. So interesting that they mention exclusive games. That's kind of interesting, huh? So games that are only available this way.
Yeah, see, it says Scary Library, exclusive party games. Huh. And then look what they're showing. Oh, that's it. Get your Angry Birds on.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Weird.
What do they have on there? Look at that. Fortnite. Right up there. Fortnite.
Weird. Weird.
You know, and they have FC 26. Like, there's some pretty big ones in here. Right? Like, I don't know. This is some pretty big things. Fallout's in there. Indies in there. Wow, look at that. They've got some games. Skyrim. They've got some games. Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2. Hey.
Death Stranding.
Yeah. So you can just play these, right? No additional charges. You have Amazon Prime. You can just play them. I don't know where all Luna is available. Of course, that's another big thing. But yeah.
There you go. Let's scroll down just a little more and see if there's anything else that jumps out at us. But yeah, it's there's definitely some good titles. There's definitely some older titles.
Mafia games, cool. Look at that. Hey, there's plenty of stuff in here.
Yeah. Is it all the latest and greatest new stuff? Not necessarily, no. But I don't know. All right. So, all right, Hargeet, you're after all this knowledge we've just been dumped on us. Your thoughts?
the competition in this gaming world has become quite different, right? So, you know what, like, so I guess this will take away the freebies that they usually give you every month. I don't know if that's, I assume that's going to go away, right? Because that was another thing I used to do, is like go into Amazon and go into EA and all those and get the freebies. Those are probably all gone now. So they're basically just saying we will only offer games through our cloud service. If you want them, come and get them. Cool. And the sustainability there is it's already built into Amazon Prime. Interesting though, right? Because Amazon Prime people get usually for the shipping, but it has now included the access to their video library and now access to their gaming library. So because it's a sunk cost for them, it's already there. They can maybe just sustain this as the way it is, right? They have so much of a budget, and they can, within that budget, just keep putting games in, you know, taking games out, and it's available. So it's an interesting one. I don't know how they expand that for other regions. We will see. I don't know what regions they're even available in. But yeah, it's an interesting model change. Does it feel like they're really competing then? When you know, Phil was saying, you know, PlayStation and Nintendo were no longer our competitors, it's really Amazon, Google, Apple, those kind of people, right? Because they compete at the level that we do. Okay, fair enough. But then the competition really is cloud, because it doesn't seem like they're competing on games. They had a game release, I can't even remember the name, and I think they closed the studio. Like, right, it's gone now. And you know, unfortunately, they're not making a lot in the publishing realm. Maybe they still do something. Meta's pulled back quite a bit as well. You know, Google famously, as we know, Stadia had to just shut it down. Apple is kind of like playing in the you know, games thing, but not quite. We'll see if they, you know, add more, you know, to their catalog as far as gaming in the Apple side. I don't trust Tim, whatever his name is, at Apple to do anything. He does. He's kind of just like Tim Cook. He just kind of coasts along. No major shifts from whatever Steve said. It's just the way it's like he hasn't really done anything to substantially like reinvigorate or change what, you know, the direction of Apple has been. So I don't know that he would go after anything and make some big splash here. So really, just the way I see it, it's come down back to PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, and then PC is kind of like, well, there may be more interesting things happening there with Linux kind of coming in the fray because of the push from the Valve. But again, mostly that's still Windows, and you know, we basically just see you know, Microsoft, Windows, Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation doing the big platform stuff. You know, it would have been interesting to see Google do something. Phones, like we have these. Apple's trying to play into it. They do still have Apple Arcade. I think Google has an equivalent subscription service on theirs as well. I have not taken a look at it, but you know, this is kind of where we are. And so they, you know, Phil said that was the place, and you would think, you know, where they were heading, there were investments being made by these other companies, and that might have been a big challenge to where gaming is. But I think it's all retreated back essentially to the same players we've always had for like decades now, right? So I don't know. I like, if that's the world we're in, maybe we need to, like, or they, you know, Xbox needs to focus more on PlayStation, Nintendo, and Valve as their competitors instead of just looking at Amazon, who's basically retracted. They have Xbox games in that thing too, right? So it's a great option for them to put their games there too and get some money. But like, how much is this really pushing the needle on dissuading people from buying a PlayStation or dissuading people from buying a Nintendo or a PC? I don't know what the answer to that is, right? So how many people choose this over xCloud or Xbox console? You know, those metrics can't be all that great. If it was all doing so well, they wouldn't have this shift. I think it's costing them more to allow those stores to be on there than it was worth. So they're like, let's just pull back and we'll just leave this in a sort of status quo because we don't have to do much. We have our Prime members coming in no matter what. We got that revenue anyway. We can sustain this much. If it grows from there, enjoy. So it looks like a major pullback from my perspective. We're doubling down. Sure. It seems like, whatever. They're just going to keep this running. There'll be some innovations, I'm sure, but I don't know how much more they're going to expand this.
There you go. Cork, your thoughts? Have you ever tried Luna out? And if you have, what did you think about it? And if you haven't, is this another company just kind of giving up and acquiescing to the bigger boys? What's up? What are your thoughts? Oh, you're muted.
I don't understand the move here. With this, I mean, they're all like within those first two paragraphs in the bullet. They kind of contradict themselves here. Your feedback has been clear. You want easy access to great games. So the first thing you do is take away more games because now you can't a la carte games anymore. And now your subscription service like Ubi Plus, which brought great games, and Jackbox, which brought great games to your service, is discontinued. And now Bring Your Own Library is discontinued. So you're going in the complete opposite way of easy access to great games because all the stuff that brought great games to your platform is being discontinued or removed. More social experiences. Well, there's nothing more social than a Jackbox game if you've ever played that. So how are you adding more social experience? It's not like you have a social hub. Right. It's not like you have, like Xbox where you can message other users or, or where you actually have like how 2K has the island, for WWE where you can go and meet other players. You don't have that social space. So I don't understand how you can get more social experiences and then steady flow of new content from developers you know and love. Well, a steady flow of content from developers you know and love are things like Bring Your Own Games and the subscription service and third-party game stores like EA, Ubisoft, and GOG. So I don't understand the move here in a sense where you're telling them that and then you're pulling all this stuff, which is the complete contradictory to that. I kind of get why they're doing it because, I understand why they're framing it this way. That's the part I don't understand because you're doing the complete opposite of everything you're saying. But I understand why they're doing it, and Hargeet mentioned it as well, is this service and hosting all this stuff, and they're not seeing the revenue from it. People are going into those game stores, buying there to play on your platform, so you're not getting that 30%. You're just creating a ton of overhead right now, or the 20%, whatever the deal is that they have. You're just creating a ton of overhead to support these apps and this structure and this marketplace that people are going elsewhere to buy, and then you don't make money with people playing on your platform, especially when people are using the Amazon Prime service for shipping and buying other stuff. So this just seems it's not even a loss leader because people aren't coming into your platform via this to spend money in your other storefronts. So I just can't see them being, I can see them being like this isn't something that we're making money on. We're losing money on because we have to support this infrastructure. And then now they're just going to pull back and they're just going to do the easy way where, we'll host it pretty much and let, Prime take a lot of that membership and pay for it itself. And now we're not having to share any of the revenue or any of the overhead with anybody else. Any of the revenue with anybody else. Anything you buy, and we're making it exclusive just to Luna. I guess whatever you spend or buy in this platform is 100% of the money we'll make. But again, people weren't already spending in that platform. So this just seems like a way to cut costs. They've already invested, I think, too much into it, and it's already integrated into all their Fire Sticks and Fire TVs and things like that. That it just can't be something that they can just easily cut and dry. This seems like the stepping stones to pull back a lot. So when they do make that decision, it's not as much of a hard hit. And they don't have to pull back as much as they would have just going completely cold I guess just a complete shutdown right away. So I kind of feel like, yeah, this is a nail in the coffin. It's not the final nail in the coffin. I think they're trying to do everything they can to mitigate their their lost revenue, and bring their margins kind of a little bit closer together, to save Luna. But eventually, when you have things like GeForce Now and xCloud, I just can't see how valuable Luna is to those people. Oh, you're muted again, Dave.
And WebDave, you are muted.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Yep. Well, I did that because my dogs were barking in the background. I apologize. But yeah, no. But like you said, a lot of people in the chat were making comments that it was like Luna was included in Prime, and so then it was, so it's to them it was like I tried it, but not that big, not that big a deal to them either way. So I don't know. I had the app downloaded, but I never really tried it because I didn't have the need for it. So there you go. Chrispy, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, real quick and to the point there.
Okay.
Dave. Love you, man.
Back
the fact is that people ignore that you can go on your TV and it still shows Luna right now. Did that yesterday. So I have a Samsung TV and it showed Luna and then it showed Game Pass under it for a lot of the games. They have IP, Xbox does, that nobody else has. And they're playing nice with two companies. There's only two, Netflix and Amazon. Why do that? Well, in realism, people ignore the fact that Netflix streams everywhere and they have a cloud infrastructure. A lot of people forget that. And also, Amazon also has AWS, a very large cloud infrastructure. So how do you manipulate them into making them want your games? Because some of them are only on Game Pass. What I saw on my TV the other day, and you say, oh, wait, we could just integrate. Wait, they already did with Amazon with the Fire Stick. Remember? They bundled it together. People forget these things. They look at it and they say, oh, that's not feasible. Why would they get along? Oh, because they can. Because Amazon knows they have IPs, not just for the gaming aspect, but for movies and everything else. Netflix looks at them and says, well, Netflix gaming didn't do really well. Doesn't do well at all. It's basically what we'd call like a Wheel of Fortune or something like that. Like most of their games are lackluster at best. Why? Because they're not investing in it. Who's investing in gaming? That is Xbox. Okay? And it doesn't matter where you're at. Like, you don't have to, and this is where I always say, you don't have to include PlayStation and Nintendo for everything. Nintendo, first of all, the hardware is lackluster at best. Okay? Reprehensible in what I've gamed on for my entire life. Like, this is not an upgrade. This is a downgrade. I don't care how great the game is. It looks like absolute shit. Okay, sorry. PlayStation, they dance through this. Oh, we're gas. Now we're not gas. Now we're multi-plat. Now we're not. Like, no, we're not talking about that because they've already confirmed to us that PC is multi-plat. Thanks, Stans. Have a good day. I got the fucking receipts. Sorry for the F-bomb. But seriously, we are talking about Xbox, who's been playing in this game for a while, who said xCloud is this great thing. But guess what? The competitors are walking away saying, no, tail between the legs, I'm done. I can't do this. We don't have the IP. Guess who has the IP now? Xbox. Guess who could deliver games on those said platforms? Xbox. Guess who's got all this? Xbox. Imagine if you subscribe to Prime and all of a sudden you get the premium tier from Game Pass, and it's right there in front of you. And you're not a gamer per se, but you keep seeing those ads that everybody complains about. Everybody complains about ads from Xbox. They don't complain about ads from PlayStation. Isn't that interesting? Guess what? They ain't talking to you, Stans. They're talking to gamer, possibly. They're looking at you like, hey, you're a part of Prime? Go for it. You're part of the whatever, like, somewhat higher tier of Netflix. Hey, it's here. It's south of midnight. You can play that. These are things that I think they're looking at. A lot of people are ignoring. But as time goes on, as the Lunas fall to the wayside, as Google's absolute, I don't even like to call it anything. It's bullshit. Okay? They are trying to challenge Microsoft, and they know they're not winning. They know, because when they got ABK, changed the entire ecosystem, changed it. And now all of a sudden, we all feel like, and this is why Xbox gamers are excited, we all look at PlayStation and Nintendo. That's not for us. Like, being a part of Prime is not for us. It is for those people that don't know what Xbox can deliver. And I think there's a lot of things that may happen over time that people will be like, no, that's not even possible. How could they dominate an ecosystem like Amazon Prime, for example? Like, that ecosystem is like 80, 90 million. I am a part of Prime. I love Prime. I get my deals where I get my deals. I get no shipping involved, nothing, no extra cost. I buy it, and yeah, maybe sometimes I wait a couple days. Oh, big deal. Like, think about it. So all of a sudden, my TV's saying, okay, Luna Prime, Luna Game Pass, Luna Game Pass, Luna Game Pass. There's nothing else there. There's no PlayStation Store. And that's where I say, like, everybody's like, oh, PlayStation's getting out of PC. No, I think they're going a different route. I think they're going to make a store, okay, that's going to have, the ability to play their games. I think they're so far behind. It's impeccably bad, and it's probably going to hurt them. But I can't tell those executives what to do. All I can say is, like, my Game Pass is good. My Series X one's great. I play my games where I play them. And I think Xbox needs to appreciate the people that are like, hey, I buy in because I love Xbox. I love what it is. I love the ecosystem. I love the controller. I love whatever. Like, start putting us first. The PC, all this other stuff, it's already there. They did this as an Xbox. They didn't pull back. They just stopped, saying to people, hey, this is an Xbox. Now, all of a sudden, they're like, hey, like, Xbox is Xbox. And that's what matters. And then if you play on PC, if you play on your TV, they don't care. But adding, like, Prime, adding a new tier to Netflix, that's not a bad thing. I don't think it is. I think you're going to get more gamers in because these are good games. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are games, actual games, not some BS with a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire bull crap from Netflix, Prime. You know, I mean, Luna, it did what it did, but they canceled games that might have actually been something. They don't have a leg in this fight, and they're gonna go and say, oh well, that Fallout IP on Amazon side, oh man, that did really well. Hey, we got Gears over here. Hey, Halo. A lot of people don't realize that Halo on Netflix did really well, and they have picked that up. And I think they're going to either reboot it or make a new season. There's a lot of things going on that you can't. We're gamers, okay? I'm also a TV watcher. I love I love a lot of things that Sony does, from their film aspect, from their TV aspect, especially like Cobra Kai, great show. Okay, that's Sony Pictures, people, but they eliminated people from that, so that makes me concerned. It doesn't make me concerned that Microsoft is sitting there like, okay, we're here, we're still here. We'll help you. No problem. We'll do it the way they're going to make money, obviously, but to get more eyes on the games they make and everything else, I don't think that's a bad thing.
There you go. All right. Yeah. Like you said, more eyes on it will work. That definitely changing. That's for sure. Definitely. Hargeet, I'll let you get the
yeah. So
gifted.
Spartan gifts 20 WebDave memberships.
Thank you so much, Spartan. We appreciate you more than you know. Also, a big shout out to Luke Lore, the expansion pass, who's in our chat, and we might get him on our show next week. We were just talking about that and that thing. So next week's Silent Cipher and possibly Luke Lore, which I actually would love to have him on because he's had some outstanding interviews recently. Oh, look, it's Infinite Umbra. Hello, Infinite. What's up, buddy? So go ahead, Hargeet.
Yeah, and shout out to Luke for having those awesome interviews. He had Ed Frieson and Seamus Blackley on. It looks like he's gonna have what's his name, the Gears guy. Why am I missing his name?
Cliffy B.
Cliffy. Yes.
Yep. So and he even said shout out to you for helping him out with one of those. So that was cool. There you go. So yeah, that's
awesome.
Exactly. And great Cliff Blazinski. Yeah, there you go. Great member of the community. And of course, he'll forever be known as Fallout Boy from FanFest last year. I guess he was, he had Luke. To wear his, Luke had to wear his Fallout Boy. And you look surprisingly well in that, by the way, quite dapper. Just wanted to say. And there are pictures online and we'll show them next week. I mean, what? No. Yes, we will. Anyway, so yeah, no, it was.
Seamus had some interesting things to say, by the way. If people haven't watched that interview, it was fantastic.
It is a really good interview, that's for sure.
There's a lot of interesting things going on.
So, yeah, and Luke, you have admin power. So if you want, go ahead and put the link to your YouTube channel in the description. And drop that in there for everybody who wants to. If they haven't subscribed to you, they can go on over and subscribe to your channel. So yes, Luke, please do that. There's a great interviews there, especially if you're a fan. So I'd love for you to do that, for people can reach out and get more content from you as well. But like I said, if you want to come on next week, that would be great. We'll talk about it a little more later. I'm not going to hold your feet to the fire on that. But obviously, if you can do it, great. And hopefully, we're going to see you at FanFest again this year. It's going to be pretty exciting. This year is going to be a good show. And we're running out of time, Hargeet. We still got a shit ton of topics. Let me see here. Let's yes,
we missed State of Decay last time. I don't know how big that one is for the folks that are here. We could certainly talk about that one, but just news wise, it's kind of interesting that Drew Murray is now at Blizzard. That's an interesting one.
He is. Let me show you this real quick. Hold that thought. Yeah. So this is more of a confirmation that we kind of got that according to Tom Warren, is it on the screen? Yes. No, it's not. I'm going to add it up here. Kapow. Okay. So according to Tom Warren, that from Idle Sloth, that the show that they're talking about is going to be an ID at Xbox that is going to be happening very soon. So yes, that is very interesting.
So that takes away Assassin's Creed, right? Because that would obviously not be an idea at Xbox.
Right.
Exactly. But so supposedly Black Flag is going to get announced soon, and we'll get a release date or something.
Yep. There you go.
But yeah.
So if you wanted to go over this, we can at least read the headlines and get quick thoughts from everybody around the board, and then we'll jump to another topic. We'll try and squeeze out a couple. We'll do some quick rounding here, guys. So we can do a quick quick rounds as we wrap up the show here pretty soon.
So XC's official Drew Murray, former member of the Initiative and Insomniac, has joined Blizzard as associate design director, presumably to work on the StarCraft shooter. Holy crap! That's confirmation of a StarCraft shooter?
That's pretty awesome, dude. I'm just saying. There you go. There he is.
That would be something.
Oh yeah, that would be quite amazing for sure. We're not calling it StarCraft Ghost necessarily, but maybe a lot of people are excited about that, including Fuzzy Belvedere. Hello, Fuzzy. What's up, my friend? So glad he was great on the show last week. So awesome. And we'll definitely we're going to try and get Fuzzy back on as soon as the Forza actually releases. We're going to get him on because I want his in-depth thoughts and breakdown of all that you can do in the new Forza racing game. Fuzzy, we'll reach out to you closer to time, of course. he's like, what are you doing? Throwing me under the bus right now? Yes, because we love you. Yes. Oh, and then that was nice of Luke. There you go. Yeah. Yep. Yes.
Yeah, so this is cool, but this just reminds me of another thing. That Fanta thing right there. I don't know if you talked about this one yet or not, but
we didn't. But I do have it. Yeah.
Let's talk about that because there's some interesting tidbits that come out of it, right? So.
All right, and guys, Chrispy and Cork, if you want to make comments as we're going through these kind of shotgunning these last couple of topics here, don't hesitate. Just jump in, drop your bars, and then we're going to continue to pull up some stuff. Yeah, I'm going to pull that up, Hargeet, real quick while we're other guys. If you have any comments, go ahead and make them now. There you go. Dun, dun, dun. Anybody?
Nope.
All right, cool. Fair enough.
Sorry, I got a little distracted with something.
You're fine. So anyway, the quick topic is that Drew is now joining from Insomniac. Is now was also a member of the Initiative. He's now joined Blizzard and Xbox and supposedly working on the StarCraft shooter. Interesting. Your thoughts on that, if anything?
It's a good move. I mean, it's definitely a veteran industry person, and obviously he was doing great things at the Initiative that they saw enough to be like, hey, let's bring him over to Blizzard. Maybe some of the stuff that he had envisioned for those games can translate better and be used for the StarCraft shooter. This is the benefit of having multiple studios under your umbrella, is you can cross design ideas and technology and things like that. So, if you spend $100 million on something and it never sees the light of day, at least you could use it on something else, and you're not reissuing or respending that $100 million trying to redesign it again. So yeah, it's definitely a good move.
There you go. I got to promise. I am trying to pull that article up. I have it. I have so many in this bookmark. It's ridiculous. I think I need to thin this out a little bit. And this is just from the last couple of weeks. Jesus. And Joseph, Mary. All right, so yeah, but I'm finding it. I promise. The whole Fanta thing. I don't know. Else knows. Hopefully, I'm not sharing this screen because it's just a big mash of flying through stuff as I spin my mouse into oblivion, trying to get it to there we go. That means I found it. Ciao.
Awesome. Right.
Bazinga. All right, so I'll let you read that, and I will bring up more information as we scroll. Go ahead.
Yeah, so in celebration of Xbox's 25th anniversary, in-game rewards are available through the Fanta Gaming 2026 Global Rewards Program. For questions about the promotion or assistance with issues, head to blah, blah, blah. Okay. Halo and Fanta are bringing the fantastic Spartan armor to Halo Campaign Evolved, When you purchase specially marked Fanta cans, get all the details in our latest blog.
There you go. It's definitely bright.
Wait, Dave, IDK is P-Lump is here, dude, his theme song.
Is
soda.
Is he there? Is he really in our chat? And you're wanting to hear his theme song? Well, you know what, Mac, I'll play it for you, my friend. Here we go.
They see me rolling. Watch him rolling, watch him go, watch him rolling, watch him go. He be rolling down the street, he be rolling to the beat.
There you go. There you go. We got our P-Lump. There you go, Mac. You got it, my friend. You got it. So, guys, what do you think about this kind of in-game rewards that they're doing? That's kind of cool, I think. I mean, because it's nothing. There's no benefit to it. In other words, it's cosmetic only.
Did they show any other ones? Or is that it?
Let me. I'll as you go around the horn, I'll see if there was any others that they show. It may actually be in the follow through article.
Lemon Fanta, by the way.
Yeah.
For that one.
Yeah. So the games, as I understand it, I don't know if that was it's Halo, Diablo 4, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and Forza Horizon 6. And I'm like,
where's Gears of War E-Day?
Yeah, I know there's the missing Gears. That's cool. This also runs through July, as I understand it. So there are probably releases that happen before then. And you could say, okay, so like these are iconic Xbox franchises. That's the part that's interesting to me. So Corkenstein, take that.
It's cool. I mean, free stuff is free stuff, basically. I mean, yeah, you're still buying the soda and everything like that, but you know, if Fanta's your jam, you know, it's cool that you get to rock a Master Chief Fanta armor, you know, especially, you know, like I said, this is all marketing, you know, things that people have trashed Xbox for years on. And, you know, this is a way that you could do low cost, high impact to show off your games. And, you know, it's cool that they're doing the staples that are under their umbrella. So, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm cool with it. You know, would I wear it? Probably not. But like I said, I don't really drink soda really all that much. So, it's cool though. It's if that's your jam, then that's your jam.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Chrispy, got any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Fanta's for Gears of War anyway.
Oh, there you go.
Fanta's too much fun. Like, you know, Fanta. You've seen the commercials. Okay.
Yes,
Like, let's be honest. Like, I think Gears is more attributed to like a monster. Like, you know, like have a E-Day can or something like that. Like, just flat out like, hey, F around and find out. Let's go. You know, like some kind of crazy flavor or something. Like I don't know. Like I feel like they're really toying with the Gears community. And I just want to say this. They really are, because this game, it's a direct now. It's going to be so good that people are going to be like chomping at the bit. Especially I talked to the stands that became stands over the years. When E-Day comes out, y'all are going to be like, yeah, I need to play that. And if they do go at least timed exclusive, I think a lot of them mother truckers are going to be like,
you're going to have
oh,
to do an
man.
encore. I've been here the whole time. Is something wrong with my phone? It won't let me chat, so I'm on my other phone.
Okay. Oh,
Thumbs
okay.
up, bro. Thumbs up.
All right. I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead.
The one thing I want to say is that, like, the Fable thing is more concerning for me. Like, we already have an E-Day Direct, so I'm not worried about Gears. The Fable thing, like, some of those, like World of Warcraft, that's not Xbox. In realism, like, could it be? Could it be a part? Like, we don't know. Maybe they're giving us hints, to be honest, because it's been a long time where a lot of people, especially Jazz, and love you, Jazz, but it's not my jam, bro. But they say, hey, like, why isn't World of Warcraft in Xbox, actual console play? And I think it would reinvigorate the franchise a little bit. Like, I'm not saying that it's dead or anything. It's been going on for what, 15 plus years, I believe, something along those lines. You have to realize that, hey, maybe it is time to drop that in there into the Series console owners. You know, Series S or X, blame Series S. Everybody knows that. So I just look at it and I say, like, yes, there are IP, and that's where, like, my argument earlier, same thing. A lot of IP that is owned by Xbox that can be reinvigorated, can have new audiences. There's a lot of opportunity here, and I am cautiously optimistic on the future. And I do love the Fanta thing because I see a lot of people saying, hey, like, I bought Fanta for the first time in years. Like the Halo thing with a lemon Fanta, like, I don't know.
Yep.
Like, I like lemon, but, you know, that's me. You know, like, not everybody. Like, if you give me Starburst, like, I'm grabbing the lemon Starburst. I'm grabbing the lemon Skittles first. That's few and far between. So I don't know. Like, they don't think of these things, but, like, a lot of people will be like, I love Halo, but I don't like that lemon. You know, like, it's one of those things that I feel like they're trying to figure out because,
yeah,
you know, you look at the flavors and everything else, like, regardless of the skins or whatever else, like, you only get one skin. So
yeah, exactly.
you know, like, it's like you're gonna buy a whole 12 pack for one skin. Like, and some people might be like, yeah, no, I love Halo, but I don't like that flavor, and I gotta drink it. You know what I mean? Or
there'll be people that'll buy it, get the code, and then, you know, throw them in the trash.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like,
you never know.
And that's one of those things. Like, there's a lot of, like, you know, like, everybody's looking at the, you know, what they have and everything else.
Wipes. Oh shit! You know what, Chrispy, I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in there real quick because I want to get your quick thoughts, and I say quick thoughts because we actually have a couple of quick more topics, and we're out the door because we are running behind so far like crazy. But I definitely want to get your thoughts on this. Kapow! All right, so because you weren't here last week, and we know that it's coming. Let me put Hargeet where you can see him. Hello, Hargeet. There we go. We can see you better now. So all right. So Gears of War E-Day has got its own showcase, and it's going to be at coming up in June, which me, Cork, and Hargeet will be there live and in person watching it at the Fanfest. It's going to be pretty exciting. Hopefully you can make it as well. But with that said, your thoughts on, I mean, are you excited for this? Because you know it's coming this year. It has the date on it, 2026. And do you think, how soon do you think it's coming? And how amped up are you for this game?
As Negan would say, Daddy's home. And I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Epic wants this to hit hard. Okay.
Yes.
If you want my opinion, here it is. E-Day will be at minimum timed exclusive for Xbox and PC. They will prioritize those two platforms over everything else. Budget constraints are a problem. And this game has required, especially because the Coalition has worked on multiple games over the past, like, I'd say year and a half, 2 years, for multiple different developers, including...
Oh, hold on one second.
This is the president talking to you. Don't make me shut you down. P. Lump told you play his damn theme song. It is epic because Trump said so.
I will play it in a minute, P-Lump. I promise. It's coming up. Just bear with us. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chrispy. Sorry.
Sometimes, man, like
I know. Just
that's it.
Okay.
The fact is that Xbox has not announced that for PlayStation. I know there's like these slight little like Reddit posts and all these other things, and then there's like a couple posts, and then all of a sudden they pulled them back. Gears of War E-Day, they look at as this showcase is going to be the Gears showcase. It's going to be Gears, baby. It's going to be something we didn't think of. Let's say, you know what? They'll give the stand something and be like, hey, 2 and 3 reloaded here. Or they're going to give us Elite Series 3, because the Elite controllers, when they are Gears themed, which is 4, by the way, have sold more than any of the others. So you have to understand that they know that Gears is that important. And the only thing I'll say is I got multiple likes that I will not say who they were of Asha Sharma. Protect Gears at all costs. And that's where I'll leave it. And it wasn't her, by the way, but there were some few people that liked that little comment under her post of asking about what do you do and all these other things.
Yep.
And I just said that because there comes a moment in time. There is one game, Gears of War, the original, which Reloaded didn't do well on PlayStation. There's one game that completely changed the entire spectrum of PlayStation 2 when Xbox 360 came out, and that was Gears of War. Gears of War has a gravitas, a ability to change people's minds. And this game, I'm going to tell you right now, if you love Gears, I don't think it's going to be the old school stuff. Play 5, understand the mechanics, and understand that the multiplayer is going to be totally different from the single player. And I think that's what they're going for.
Cool. All right. I'm excited for it, and I know you're excited for it. And I just want to make sure that you're able to get your bars off on that. So, and again, thank you for being here. And I know last week was your part. Oh, dude, more than you know, we appreciate you. A great member of the community, and I mean that. Cork, do you have any comments about Gears as we go on to our next topic? Because you weren't here last week either, but.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. This is going to be a solid title, I think. You know, they got, like I said, Chrispy said it earlier, they had time to cook, with E-Day, and I think they're going to take their time. They took their time with this. They weren't rushing just to get out Metal Gear 6, and continue that storyline. This falls in line with what Xbox is doing, and that's going back to level setting, going back to ground zero. Asha said it with, how she and, where she's going with Xbox, bringing Xbox back to what it is or what it was. And this is what it, a classic IP, the beginning of Gears of War. Look what else we're getting, the beginning of Halo, campaign evolved. We're getting Fable, redone again. And it's just Fable 1 again, there's a common theme here, and it looks like they're level setting. This was the plan, with Phil and Sarah, but they're level setting, and Gears E-Day is the perfect time to do that.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty exciting for sure. And just wanted to point out that like 2 years ago at a Fanfest, the one that I wasn't at, the last, I guess, official one that they had, Hargeet did a crowd reaction to that trailer, and which got thousands and thousands and thousands of views.
People love Gears, man. I'm telling you, dude. Like, people don't know, dude. The Xbox 360 PlayStation gamer that forgot about Gears, they're about to freaking get their mind blown, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I need that. I need that."
Exactly. Exactly. Hargee, how many people did you have watch that video? Do you remember?
Like 90,000 plus. It was something ridiculous.
It was ridiculously great. But yeah, but it was well deserved too. Because it was just it was a short video, fan reaction. But boy, was that room was electric. And I can't even fathom how electric it's going to be this year. I mean, because there's going to be some big announcements. And with that, there's only I'm throwing another loop on us because this just kind of popped up a few minutes ago. Let me
we were still on the Fanta discussion, right? So
we were. Do you want to get your comments on that? Yes, go ahead.
I haven't even talked about Fanta yet.
So sorry. You talk about that, and then I've got something else queued up, ready to go next. Go ahead.
All right. So so for Fanta, it's interesting they chose those games, right? If you're saying Xbox. And I think one of you mentioned this, like, are these Xbox games? Like, the games they're listing don't necessarily, like, for instance, World of Warcraft. That's not even on Xbox. And there's the hint that, well, maybe it will be on Xbox, right? So is that something they're hinting at? Because the other games are, right? The other games, to be fair, they're on the console. And the only reason I bring that up is, yes, technically, they own it 100%. They do. They also own Candy Crush. They could have done something with Candy Crush. They didn't. You know why? Because it's not on the console. They did Warzone, which I think is on the console, but it's also on mobile and PC. Fine, great. But so what part is it? There's one game in there that is not on console. And I'm like, I just have a feeling they're going to be announcing something in June that this game is finally coming to console. And maybe it comes to multiple consoles. I don't care. But that seems like a big hint. I don't know. It seems to me like, yes, granted, there are, DLCs coming for all those, and that's why they're in the, in the April, May, June timeframe. Fine. That's fair. And then we have reason to believe that Halo drops in July. Okay, that's all fine. But doesn't it seem like this is something that's kind of a big difference with the other games? There's World of Warcraft specifically mentioned. Like, holy, wait a minute.
Yep.
You have other games that have DLCs coming. You didn't do that one. You did this one specifically, and it just seems like an interesting idea to put that in there. So I just wanted to come at it from that angle of, like, is WoW actually coming to the console? Right? Is it officially going to be an Xbox game? And it is owned by Xbox. I don't want to take that away. 100%. It's owned by Microsoft. They own it. It's just, it doesn't get associated with the console because, well, it's not on the console. So, and yeah, we could wait for Helix and maybe that's how it gets there. But are they going to announce a port to Series S and Series X? Maybe others. That's fine. I don't care. But is that coming to console? And that's what I gleaned from this. I'm like, wait, this might be something they're telling us. Things might be coming.
Exactly. And I agree. That is a very good point. So much so, Hargeet, that I'm going to throw this at you to kind of give you a little bit more fodder. Read this comment, and then I'm going to play the quick little demo.
Okay, here is a quick demonstration of using a controller to move the cursor on Windows 11 PC. You can control the movement cursor with left thumbstick and scroll up down using the right thumbstick. Yeah, by the way, this is what I do with my my Elite. I do this today, but yeah.
But so this would be, I guess, what you call indicative of something you could do with a PC heavy based game like World of Warcraft, maybe.
And there's actually a mod that my buddy Goldshell, he's been on the show with you. He did where he did a video on it on the Game Pass Gumbo YouTube channel. Where he showed how it worked and how he got a controller working. They do have mods for it already that work amazingly well. So this just could be Microsoft, like Hargeet's saying, official way of saying, guess what's coming to console.
Yeah. Exactly.
You also want to know what would add a lot of value to Game Pass? A World of Warcraft subscription. I'm just saying, that's another thing that Ash has mentioned. So this could be coming as well.
I agree.
Right? Add that to Ultimate. Suddenly you get a ton of interest from console gamers to just try it out because a lot of console gamers may not have played it, right? And
I have.
so, hey, right?
And then
So,
you start
there you go.
incorporating
I like
other
RPGs.
IPs. You want to get the Doom Dragon mount like they did with Diablo. You could get that in World of Warcraft now. You want to see different IPs and start mixing them together. There's some cool stuff you could do. A Gears armor set. It kind of takes you out of that realm a bit, but there's a lot of cool stuff that you can mix together really well.
Yeah. And just imagine if there was, I don't know, maybe someday there was a little game, Killer Instinct. And, I don't know, maybe that Killer Instinct game had just about every single franchise that Microsoft owned thrown in there.
Invincible Versus. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of devs that from Killer Instinct, they worked on that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So there's a lot of possibilities out there. But so it's exciting to think, and yes, a lot of it's rumor and speculation, and maybe we've heard some things, maybe we haven't, maybe we're wishful thinking, and maybe we've heard some things, and maybe we're reaching, and maybe we're not, and we'll just say it's all rumors, and until it's not rumors, it's speculation until it's not, but that's my disclaimer for that part, as it were. But yeah, no, Hargeet, I agree with you 100%. There's something to the lineup of things that they put in there. Big shout out to the over 270 people watching us live, still hanging in there. And yes, we're going a little longer than normal. We're 30 minutes over, but we still got a few more things to throw at the kitchen sink. And here's something that just kind of fell in my lap. I think you guys had mentioned this. We'll actually get to play a little clip from this gentleman himself. That is right. This is Jeff Grubb from Game Mess, and I'll let you read the comment there, and then I'll play his clip.
Sure. So from Metal Sloth, rumor: Jeff Grubb has heard that Fable has been pushed internally. I'll say that I've heard that Fable has been pushed internally. That doesn't mean that it's coming out next year. Apparently, they're still trying to get it out this year, but they are worried about the launch. I think you have to open it up of GTA 6. And so if it's getting delayed beyond the release of GTA 6, that could push it into December, which might make it a prime candidate to get delayed into 2027.
All right, and then we'll get his quick comments from him, and then we'll go around the horn and see.
And then there's Fable. I'll say that I've heard that Fable has been pushed internally. That doesn't mean that it's coming out next year. Apparently, they're still trying to get it out this year, but they are worried about the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6. And so if it's getting delayed beyond the release of Grand Theft Auto 6, that could push it into December, which might make it a prime candidate to get delayed into 2027. So while Xbox will have a lot of games coming out this year, that's one that there's still a big question mark around. And then there's
Here we go. So that's the basic premise for that. Chrispy, do you want to go first?
Stop worrying about PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're worried about PlayStation.
Well, no, they are. They
well,
are. They're releasing it day and date on PlayStation, from what they said.
Oh well, yeah.
Stop worrying about PlayStation.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody ignores the CPU on the Xbox Series X. But yet it is superior. Okay. It is far superior. It is way better. Okay. Like, you can't just do GPU and call it a day. You have to have the nuances that are involved. Like, the Series X, when it does quick resume, is far better than the PlayStation. Bar none. Unacceptable that sometimes these games don't work on the PlayStation. That's not on me. I'm a Series X owner. I have two, by the way.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. They both work, and trust me, one's far away from the internet and one is connected in, and they work almost seamlessly the same. They know now that PlayStation, they don't care. They're not helping them. They're not. They are so caught in their own ecosystem, and they don't know what to do. You're announcing Uncharted and all these other things that when you have older IP that is far worthy of a gas game or something like that, like Twisted Metal, for example. Let's be honest here. They don't know what they're doing, okay? And they're not helping Microsoft do anything that they're doing on PlayStation. So, yeah, you're going to get Forza Horizon. I think there are far superior, dev team within Playground. So look at that and say, okay, far superior dev team within Playground. What's the other dev team doing? Well, that's Fable. Well, you're releasing 2 games this year. You've already said that PlayStation's getting Forza Horizon 6 delayed. Why not do the same with Fable? Prioritize your ecosystem, which includes PC, by the way. Stop worrying about PlayStation. I'm not saying it doesn't come to PlayStation.
Right.
I'm saying worry about your own ecosystem first.
Yeah.
And I believe it's probably more than likely much better on Xbox and PC than it is on PlayStation. And to delay that because of PlayStation is a travesty, in my opinion.
Yep. All right. Cork, we'll get your response, and then we're going to Hargeet, and then we're going to jump to our next topic. And then we're almost out the door. I promise. Whew, man, we're going to and welcome Fonz. No, Fonz. Crispy Bomb is not drunk. Maybe not. He could have had a beer or two.
Fonz.
He's kidding. He's
Middle
kidding.
fingers there.
Oh, you're number one, Fonz. All right, so I know you love it, Fonz. I'm just kidding. Crispy facts. That's right. There we go. Facts, Crispy.
Fonz blocked me on X, so
fair enough. All right, so Cork, your response.
I wouldn't put too much, weight into it. Grub's a good guy, but if you've ever heard how they talk about Xbox on Giant Bomb, it's very out there. Right. There's not a lot of knowledge there when they talk about it. So if this was Nintendo, I'd say take it to the bank. Grub with Nintendo stuff is hands down solid with his info. A lot of the leaks he does is pretty good, but when it comes to Xbox stuff, I just don't put a lot of weight behind it. We've been hearing Fable's been delayed for the last 6-7 months, and then guess what? They did a dev direct on it, and they showcased it. Yep. For a game that's being delayed, it's a risky move. They must have a lot of confidence if they're going to do that long of a deep dive into it. Well, it wasn't even really like a deep dive like they would with another game, like they're going to do for E-Day at the end of the showcase.
Yeah.
Or like they did with Starfield and those kind of games. So, or Call of Duty. So let's see where it lands. Like I said, everything for some reason, I can't remember who said it earlier, but for some reason, Xbox news is, taken as fact. Negative Xbox news anytime it drops, and everybody runs to oh my God, this is what they said, and it has to be true. And then 99% of the time it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah. So take it with a grain of salt. If it gets delayed, it gets delayed. We'll see what happens. It's an ambitious game. Maybe it might go to December. People are like, oh, I don't think it should go because of the Game Awards. Guess what? Xbox isn't going to win the Game Awards. You want to know why? Because people like VGC vote in it. People like Metro vote in it. People like PC Gamer vote in it. It's all controlled by the same companies that trash Xbox anytime they do the smallest, little tiniest of things. How did a game that only got 1.5 million sales get Game of the Year? Or how did a game like Helldivers, who wasn't even in its first year, get Best Ongoing? These are the kind of people that are voting. So if it gets pushed to December, don't worry about it too much. I don't think it would hurt. It comes to Game Pass anyways. It's about getting people into the ecosystem and playing. So yeah, it's just silly to worry about a release date. The only time I think they should be worried, and that's Grand Theft Auto. Don't release it in November, but if they release in December, it's not the end of the world.
There you go. I agree with that for sure. There is a really good point that was brought up, Hargeet. I'll let you read that comment because I think that's true. It could come out sooner than then.
Yeah, we don't have a date for Fable. Could it not release before GTA 6? That is
good.
What their plan is, right? And It looks like maybe they need a little bit more time to get it done right, and that might push it to closer to GTA 6's launch. And that's the big question mark, right? So again, like Corkenstein said, we don't know. We don't know any of this is being absolutely true. It could be true, and maybe they're juggling what they can. They also have to keep in mind that they have their own games, and they have other third-party partners that also will release games in the fall, right? And they have to kind of align things. Call of Duty's coming, and that is going to be as close, if not, but sort of out of the way of GTA 6. It's going to be in that time frame. So that is coming, and so they can't really put something there. So even if they could say, hey, Fable could come out like mid-October, but then the next week you release Call of Duty, it's like, yeah, they're probably not going to step on each other. Like they have been doing that, unfortunately, a lot. But I think they need to like give games room to breathe and have them come out in a more useful fashion. I think, you want me to read that? Fonz, Fable should be pushed to next year since Xbox has so much they need to release this fall around GTA. Yeah, I think if there wasn't GTA, I'd say you'd be in good shape, right? I don't know what happens as far as the other releases that are planned for next year. But what I do see as a normal thing for them is they usually don't have a big game in the first quarter. This would just give them a game available in the first quarter. You can just go ahead and release it in like Jan-Feb timeframe. You're good to go. You have a major, massive release coming out right at the beginning of the year. I think that works. They'll usually have something in that second quarter anyway. Like this time we're getting Forza, so we'll get a major one. Last year you could say Avowed. I don't know if Avowed is considered as big as something like Fable, but we'll see, right? Avowed is, that was a pretty big game, I guess, but that was kind of early in the year. And then you had South of Midnight, but that's a smaller game, right? So things like that. You have Kiln also coming out this month, again, smaller game. But that's what I would do is kind of like say, if specifically it's gonna slip to beyond maybe like end of September, you're really pushing it, right? I could say first week of October. Okay, you might be good, and that's basically it. After that, you're locked out. There's just no way. You have to have Call of Duty come out. Understand there's gonna be third-party games too. They have to align those releases and they have to promote them, right? Because they're a platform. They're going to be third-party games that they're going to promote. So that's the way it goes with that, right? And so you have, Gears, which has to slot in somewhere, right? So I'm going to guess that's September. Where do you fit this in, right? So we got E-Day coming out. I doubt they're going to put E-Day out in August. I just don't think that's going to happen. We think July for Halo. Cool. There might be other ones coming out that we don't know about, like a Fallout 3 remaster or something like that. Cool. That could be slotted into August. I think September then becomes Gears. October becomes Call of Duty. It's tough. Where do you put it? I don't think December's good. Like Indiana Jones. They just botched that by putting it out in December. I hated that. That was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
No. If you're going to put it out, it needs to come out. And if there was no GTA, I'd be like, you put it out in November. No problem. Like put it out in November. Right. But that's not what's happening. So here we are. So for me, it's better just move it to next year. If they get into that issue, if they can pull it in, right? End of September, fine. Beginning of September, Gears, end of September, or beginning of October, and that little short window, put out Fable, fine, right? We'll have to see where they slot in E-Day. So we kind of need to know where that is. That's guaranteed coming this year, hopefully. Hopefully that's coming out, right? So we got that one. We have Call of Duty. We have to figure out what happens with this one. This is the juggling act they have. Everybody, by the way, has when it comes to GTA 6. It just is what it is. Everybody's going to stay the hell away from that time frame. Good for them. Also, just consider that like GTA 6 comes out November 19th. And then they're going to get that whole time frame to them where people are going to play for like 6 to 8 weeks, right, to actually play the game. That's going to be the point, right? They're not going to go to something else.
How about
so you want to stay away. What was that?
How about release Gears of War E-Day on September 16th when Wolverine comes out?
Yeah, no, fair. That's totally fair, right? Especially if it's going to be exclusive, right? If it's not going to go to PlayStation, then yeah, why not, right? Release it at the same time your competitor's releasing their major game. Sure, why not, right? Because now you have a real competitor on your side. And for those who are on PC, because they're not going to be able to play Wolverine, right? They'll have the option to play a Xbox game instead, right? I totally agree with that.
And cannibalization is also kind of something that really hasn't been proven as every time they say it. I mean, look at everyone was like, oh, how could Oblivion come out a week, before Expedition 33? Those are both RPGs, different RPGs, but same genre, and there was no cannibalization.
Correct.
They both came out to Game Pass and both did exceptionally well. They could easily do the only ones they probably want to separate is Gears and Call of Duty because there's a multiplayer component. But they could easily do September, end of September. They could do Gears. Beginning of October, they could do Fable, and then end of October, they could do Call of Duty, and there would be no cannibalization.
It's got to be something like that.
Yeah,
I would not push
no
it beyond
cannibalization.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So that sort of seems to work. The September October timeframe, they got to figure out how to fit all three of those games. I would not go past that. But anyway, so yeah, the whole point of GTA is like Dead Zone is that after GTA comes out, that's what people will play. They will not be spending time looking for other things. However, there are gamers on other platforms. That is a fair question. Does PC count? Because PC won't get GTA, right? So, but is the player base similar? And that's where you have to have discussions of like, well, how many people who play Fable might play GTA? How many would not be playing? And so it's like, okay, that overlap is probably pretty heavy, and therefore you don't want to start that problem for yourself, right? So that's kind of where, unfortunately, I think Fable would lose out. I think GTA is big enough to start causing problems for it. So I'd move it to next year. To me, that's just cleaner. Move it to next year. Just you're guaranteed the beginning of the year you've got a nice big Xbox game coming out. Let's go for it. I also like what Chrispy said. If the reason they're delaying this is because the port for PlayStation isn't working, fuck PlayStation.
Yes, my man.
You can release it there if you have to release it there later, and give it to the people like the core audience for Fable is Xbox players.
It's the 25th anniversary. Come on.
Let's go. Like let's give give the fans on Xbox the game first, and if it comes to PlayStation later, let it come later. I don't care. But no, if it's ready for Xbox and PC, and don't wait because the PlayStation port isn't good. I just don't. No. Fuck PlayStation. Move on next.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it comes there 6 months later when you've got the port ready. Fine. But do not delay it because of that.
Yeah. And I like this one too from Mac. Talk that shit. 100% Hargeet. 100% is what they're saying. People agree with you on that. So there you go. I will kind of throw this monkey wrench at, because you were talking about the Fanta thing earlier, and it kind of popped in my head that some of the other games that came, they were kind of thrown in there. It makes why are they kind of doing all this now? Why a lot of rumors that some things might be announced soon. And just as a side note, Hargeet, I don't know if you want to look this up. I don't know. I don't know the exact date, but I know that like when the Nintendo Switch came out, the original Switch, not Switch 2, Switch 1 came out. It had an announced date trailer earlier in the year, when after it was like February or something like that, and then it like 2 months later, so like around tax season, is when that system actually released, and it's fucking the second biggest selling system of all time, right behind the PlayStation 2. So yeah, could, and this is just a hypothetical, throwing this out there kind of thing, and we don't have to go around the horn or anything, just if you want to make a comment, cool. Could they make some kind of a big announcement at the Game Fest, and then all of a sudden be like, oh, by the way, and instead of waiting all the way into December or November of next year, could we get a new console announcement in the middle or the beginning of the year for 2027? I think they've been working on this for a long time. Jason Ronald, when we talked to him last year, seemed to be, you guys got no idea how big this is going to be. And we've been working on this. And he said it, his words, a long, long time. Yeah. And something else that said, go ahead, Chrispy, go ahead.
No, I mean, a lot of people ignore like what Seamus said. They did this like Vista. Windows Vista was supposed to be, agnostic with the Xbox. They released Gears of War 1 on Vista. If people don't realize it,
Yeah.
And you go and watch their E3 presentation, and if you actually watch till the end, and I believe it was like 07 or 08, they were pushing this type of thing. So it is absolutely possible that they are farther along than we realize. That said, I don't know if they would do it. It would be awesome. It really would be. But I don't know if they understand, because this is a new realm, but they've been wanting to do this PC console experience for so long.
Since day
Have
one.
they actually been working on it? You know, so it's one of those weird things where I say I wouldn't be surprised if they were, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they weren't, because we're in a totally different realm now with the cloud and all these other things that are involved. So I look at it and I say, I don't know, like that the Helix sweatshirts and shirts, like I watch Stan's just
We're getting ready to show that
mind,
video.
and I'm like, dude, like it's a shirt and a sweatshirt. Like, shut the hell up.
It is.
Relax.
It means something.
It's okay.
It
But
means
at the
something.
same time, you're feeling like, man, why are they doing this so early? This is interesting. Like, you announced Helix, and then a month later, you're sending out merch for it. That's interesting. And it's not to everyone that what everyone would agree is an Xbox fan.
Right.
So I'm like, But a lot of them, because they're, content creators, they're on PC.
Yes.
So isn't that interesting as well?
It is.
And on top of that, think about this. I see a lot of stupid BS that the stands post that come from an Xbox or PlayStation controller that comes from their shit rig. If that is what it was. But I'm going to tell you right now, I know a lot of people that have shit rigs. Now, my stepson, he does not. He has a 4080. He has rebuilt his entire computer. Okay? That's not my jam. But for somebody like me, I say, man, this still looks interesting regardless. Exactly. Because I see a lot of PC games. I go through TikTok and everything else. A lot of the viral TikTok moments are a lot of either PC, console, but a lot of them are PC, like that little gnome game. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah. I know.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Crispy,
it is just a fun time, dude.
I gotta cut you off. I'm sorry, Crispy. I'm gonna have to cut you off, man. We're gonna have to jump to this because you mentioned it. I'm gonna show this quick little trailer real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I want to show you. I'm gonna show the actual unboxing of the shirts.
Hey, it's Paris
from Paris.
Xbox just sent over this Project Helix care pack.
Oh, don't tell me you're not gonna play. Come on now. No, seriously? I've had it in the queue too long, I guess. Let's see if it's gonna work.
Paris sniped you.
What? No, not Paris. Paris loves me. I love Paris. Paris is amazing. Let me see. All right, let me try this. Damn it. Let me do a refresh right here and see. There we go. Let's see if this will just play in the smaller.
Again, I do want to thank Xbox for sending this over, but let's see what we got in here.
Here we go.
Project Helix, and it looks like I have a hat. Cool.
Yep.
A message from Asha Sharma, the new Xbox gaming CEO. And this says, thanks for being on the journey with us. Let's bring that again. I'm going to take all this out of the box and I'll show again. Well, we got that. Then it looks like we got a Project Helix t-shirt. And what's this? Looks like a Project Helix. Oh, it's all in black, but this is a sweatshirt. And then finally, a Project Helix hoodie. And actually, I'm going to be taking an international trip pretty soon, so this will be cool. So that's the inside of the box there, Project Helix. Going to put that down there, and let's show all this off again. So this is the sweatshirt, or not sweatshirt, this is the hoodie. Pretty cool. And then this is the actual sweatshirt. Like I said, Project Helix here is in black.
Yep.
And then here is the t-shirt, Project Helix. There's that. And then finally, like I said, the message from Asha Sharma.
Yeah, what does that message say?
Welcoming us to being on the journey with Xbox, as next year we assume Project Helix will be a reality. But looking forward to this. I know some people like to say it's a PC, but hey, they also say it's a console too. Ultimately, who
oh, that cut off right there too.
Say, where's the Paris onesie with the feeties?
Yeah, exactly. We know he's got a onesie. We know he does. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Paris for making that video. He also did post
Great video
earlier, which exactly, which we showed earlier. We are totally way past our time, as it were, and I'm so sorry. I appreciate our guests. I don't like to abuse their time, but we do appreciate it. I'm in no hurry to go. It's not what I'm saying. I just like to keep things in a little more of a bottle and necked performance. That way we don't we don't lose everybody's interest, because sometimes we can go on a ramp. There's so much still to go over. The last thing we're going to throw at all of us and get your guys' comments, because we were talking about Rockstar. And this just happened. Hargeet, I'll let you read part of this, and then we'll get everybody's thoughts, and then we'll get out of here. But guys, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate each and every one. Over 280 people joining us live on X and on YouTube. Thank you all so much. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. Hit the like button. It's definitely free. That's super free. If you want to become a member, you can. That's only $1 a month. Cool. If you want to, cool. Excellent. Hargeet, your turn. Your turn. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, Rockstar just confirmed that third-party data breach at GTA 6 devs. Shiny hunters, hackers hit them via a cloud service and are demanding ransom by April 14, or they leaked the stolen data. Rockstar's official statement: a limited amount of non-material company information was accessed. This incident has no impact on our organization or our players. GTA 6 still dropping fall 2026 untouched, or is this the start of more chaos? Drop your predictions below. Will they pay? Will anything leak? Blah blah blah. Okay.
Yeah, so there's that. I'm going to also close out the poll while we get go around the horn. Hargeet, do you want to start on this one, or do you want to give it to somebody else to start? It's up to you, my friend.
It just depends on what they got, right? We don't know what if it's just like, if it's useless company data that like won't cause them any harm, I don't think they're going to do anything with it. They'll just let it go. If that data is messed up, that's a different issue, but I'm sure they had backups that they can restore. So whatever, right? They don't seem very bothered by it. So my assumption is they're not going to care. But yeah, as long as it's not customer data, as long as it's not like the actual game, right? So if there's nothing weird going on there, then fine. And that'd be the thing that'd be more concerning, is they didn't like put anything inside the code for the game or something that wasn't caught. That would be more of an issue. But if this was contained and they understand the exact like the exact area of attack and what happened within those systems, is fine. Like whatever, they don't seem concerned, so I'll stay in the same mind frame. It should not cause any delay then for the game itself, so hopefully everything's on track. Now the game itself may need time, just because it's the game, right? GTA 6 is just they do a lot of stuff, and sometimes they need a lot of time to get it right. So but yeah, that's kind of my first initial hit. Unless they come up with more, information, I'm just going to go with that.
Sounds good. Cork, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it says it right there. Non-material data. That's, for those that don't know, that's basically it's non-tangible stuff. So basically things that aren't it's not like they got game code. It's not like they got assets or new gameplay footage or things like that. It's none of that. It's a lot of it is probably business stuff. So What that means, it's things that could possibly maybe change the stock pricing. So budgets, employee numbers, hiring, things like that. It's going to be a bunch of boring stuff that most people won't really care about. But Rockstar will, because like I said, it could impact their share price. So especially if that information is the budget and they're seeing it's over, now you're looking at possible delays, things like that. Maybe delay info could be in there because of the budgets or what they ran into, things like that, if there is a delay. But yeah, it's something that Rockstar doesn't have to, like they did with the last hack where they saw a bunch of assets and video and leaks get put out.
Or maybe like who they've aligned with on marketing.
Yeah, that actually would be in there.
May not be who everybody thinks. Just saying. We'll see. Some people are confident who they think it is, but we'll see. Money talks. Who has more money than Sony? Anyway. Okay. Chrispy, your quick thoughts on this?
Well, I will tell you this. The one thing I see from a company like Rockstar, they already know that they have a banger because they delayed it multiple times. And I mean, what will be the fourth time they delayed it? If they did that, I don't think it's necessary at this point. I think their stakeholders, their stockholders, whatever you want to call them, they're looking at like, not just release it and whatever happens, happens. The only thing I'll say is they're already acknowledging it and trying to downplay it. So maybe there's something there. At the end of the day, I'm one of the few people that you could ask, and I will say, yeah, I'm probably going to buy Grand Theft Auto 6. And here's why. It has been a very long time. I felt like I played all of them over and over again, and this one seems to intrigue me. And I think there's a lot of people that may not be GTA fans, like full-heartedly playing the online and everything else, that are looking at this game in particular and what they showed us and saying, yeah, I could get down with at least a single player, which the single player in GTA is absurd, crazy huge. You know what I mean? Like unnecessarily just ridiculous. Now, do they monetize things along the end? That's the question. But if I drop, $100, let's say for the premium edition or whatever you want to call it, is it going to include what I want? Like be able to, drive whatever car I want within the single player. I'm not saying the multiplayer. We all know that they monetize the shit out of GTA 5's multiplayer. We all know that. So that's okay. But I don't feel like they're talking about multiplayer. And I think those GTA 5, GTA Online, and that's where I say are they really going to say GTA 6 Online, or are they just going to run with GTA Online and they're going to add stuff? That's the thing, because their monetization comes from GTA 5 Online.
I saw the Pete Hines interview. Negative as hell.
Yeah, Pete oversaw Fallout 76. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Like, he's not that great, okay? He retired, quotes, okay, and he hasn't done anything but complain about Bethesda since it's joined Xbox Microsoft. What are we talking about here? Like, that's what I say. GTA, Strauss, he's not a gamer. He's admitted it. He has appreciated how Asha's approaching things. I don't know. Strauss has said a lot of good things about Microsoft and Xbox. It is definitely a possibility that maybe marketing, not necessarily anything else, could go to Xbox's way at this point in time.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, guys, I guess what a hell of a show tonight. I know we went a little long, and I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking out with us. Still over 280 people watching us live. So my goodness, my goodness. So crazy night. The last thing I'll kind of throw out there is I'm gonna throw this in the chat too, because it's the last thing on the way out the door is that FanFest is coming back. It has come back in a big way. 25th anniversary, one of Asha's things that she is definitely pushing for. Last year's FanFest was extremely cool because Hargeet and Ben Kenobi and a bunch of others. And Hargeet, if you want to mention some of the other names that were actually there putting it on, that actually were sponsors, if you don't mind, of last year's show.
Yeah. So we had Wagerman, we had Ains, we had Sean Labrie and Dante. So, and then me and Ben Kenobi. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then a lot of other great members of the community that helped out. I was fortunate enough that you guys asked me to help out a little bit. I don't know, I did a whole lot, but I had a lot of fun. I know Mr.
I don't know about that. You helped out and it was great. We had Corkenstein helping out. We had WEBDAVE. We had Boom. We had Fonz.
Yes.
And many more. And I'm forgetting all their names.
Yeah.
There were so many people who came and helped. But yeah, so thank you to all those, but thank God that is now not something I have to worry about. You have no idea how much better this feels to me because I don't have to deal with all the like minutia of crap that we have to deal with to make that happen. But yeah, it's so much better that is going to be handled by them. We just get to show up and have fun.
Exactly. So if you're going to be in the LA area in June, I definitely or can be there. I would definitely sign up and see what your chances are of winning tickets. They're actually going to make announcements really soon. It ends is it
Today?
Tomorrow?
Today.
Your last chance to get in. So make sure you go ahead and sign up now. I put the link in the description, or if you want to go to xbox.com, then click on the community page part, and then there's click on FanFest, and it brings this up. And so you have to be over 18 years old, register, a citizen of the U.S., reside in the U.S. For this particular one. There is going to be 7 more spread throughout the rest of the year. So don't fret if you live in another country. I know there's going to be some in England and Germany and other parts of the country as well too. And then let's see, Canada. So all different kind of play. Australia is going to even have one as well too. And they're not on the same date, on different days. So those are going to be different events, all based around the same thing, the FanFest. So going to be pretty exciting for that. So please, if you're interested at all, or you think you can be at these any of these events, please sign up. They're so much fun. They're so amazing. I can't wait to go back to this one. And thanks to Ben and some of the other great members of the community. They were actually, since Microsoft was so impressed with what you guys did last year, Hargeet, that they were super nice enough to already pre-gift us admission for that. But if you sign up yourself and you win one of the access points to it, which are limited, then it's you and a guest. So it's you plus a +1. We don't get a +1. I'm fine with that. That we're guaranteed to get in there. A super relief off my mind, since we're all going to be in LA for the other. We're going to be in there for the Summer Games Fest. We're also going to be there for other events going on. What was it? What's the game one called, Hargeet? I can't think of it. The one that's on Saturday.
On Saturday. I don't know which one's on Saturday. So there's Play Days, which is running throughout the whole thing. So that runs throughout the whole weekend.
Yes.
And goes into Monday, and then through Monday. And then we have Summer Game Fest, which is on Friday. So Friday morning, afternoon, I think, something like that. Beginning of the day, they're going to have that. And then they will have there's an indie something showcase. I can't remember the name of it, but they'll have that. And then we'll go into Play Days. And then, we have the Sunday for FanFest and the June showcase.
There you go. Gonna be exciting. I know Cork's gonna be there for sure. I know I'm gonna be there. In fact, Cork is nice enough that he's actually gonna let us pick us up in his Tesla death bomb because he drives really fast. I was like, I didn't know a Tesla could take off that fast. And I'm like in the backseat going, holy shit. And throw me at the way. It was amazing. It's a nice car. And Fonz, yes, Fonz. Well, I'll see you there, Fonz. I tease Fonz a lot. I love Fonz to death. And I'll just say this right now. Fonz in person is a super, super nice guy. So don't let him fool you. I know he's got this persona being an persnickety. He is not. He is a super nice guy. And BT Maverick, a whole bunch of other great members of the community. Let's see, Soul Tech and a bunch of other great members of the community were there as well last year, and hope to see you guys there for sure. And then like I said, other great, big, huge, prominent members. Paris Lily is going to be there for sure. I know that this year that is going to be the first time that let's see, Fuzzy Belvedere is going to be there. He's driving up because he doesn't like to fly, so that's he's making a time of it. Silent Cyber is going to be there. It's going to be awesome. So we got a lot of other great members of the community. Like I said, Paris is going to be there. Just amazing members of the community on both sides, whether you're a fan of Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever, or Steam, are going to be there. So a chance to meet a lot of great content creators, a lot of great people, and hopefully we'll get a chance to meet Sasha this time. That's my goal. We'll see what happens. Like I said, Hargeet, we're actually gonna make a customized Sasha shirt and give it to her if we do meet her. Sasha. What did I say? I say Sasha.
Sasha, right? No, you mean Asha, right? Okay.
Asha.
Okay, hold on.
I'm sorry.
You keep throwing me with that like Sasha. Oh, Asha. All right. Okay.
Asha.
I hope you spell her name right on the shirt as well.
It'd be fine.
It'd be great if it's Sasha on the shirt.
Shut up. Yeah. You wait till you see the shirt you're on. Mm-hmm.
God, I gotta send him.
Instead of Corkenstein, it's gonna be Corkmaster Jam.
There's a FARK QUE thing coming. I'm sure FARK QUE is going to take this and run with it. We had
any ideas? No, FARK QUE does not need. FARK QUE comes up with amazing things on his own. Oh yeah, he does. He even has a really nice.
He's done Dirt Griggity very bad.
Very well, so much, so just. He's done some amazing things. Like let's see, like here. Okay, here's one that he did. So we had this. All right, we have an image, and I'll show it right there. Boom, that was an image that we had, and he took that image, okay, and he worked his magic and made it look realistic. I'm like, holy fucking shit. He did that with that other image, nothing else. So yeah, so pretty cool. And then like he's done some amazing artwork like this, which is cool. Yeah. So there we go. And then of course he did the Arc Raiders one, which is actually our newest shirt in there now. You guys can get our t-shirts, and we're having a new t-shirts that'll be releasing very soon. If you're interested in that at all, which will be which is our some of our gear shirts. And this is FARK QUE's work right here. FARK QUE is amazing. Let's see, this is also some of FARK QUE's work as well, as you were talking about him with Dirk.
Why does the PlayStation always need Vaseline? Because it's always getting stuck in tight spots.
There you go. The magic of FARK QUE. He is quite talented. Quite talented. Anyway, yeah, no, no, I was gonna say that Hargeet looks such a badass in that picture. I love that. That's actually my desktop now for work. I love it. Yeah. So yeah, and it was like he was like 10 minutes later. He's like, "Oh, here, I got this for you." I was like, "Holy shit!" It was literally just minutes. He has. I mean, I know it's the AI tool set that he uses, but he has really become good at what to prompt to make these things happen, and he's actually able to go in and make some tweaks too. So it's pretty cool stuff. I know I've been rambling on again. Guys, thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate each and every one of you. I don't have anybody to send it over. Been checking. There's nobody up. I was gonna send it over to Sigs and Serial, but he is actually still not doing. He's probably still setting up his new rig. He moved this week. Vera is not Vera Dark. She's not up tonight either. So I was gonna send you there. So anyway, oh my God, Hargeet, we've been 3 hours and 12 minutes tonight. Holy shnikes. So interesting. So yeah, next week we have Silent Cypher and possibly Luke Lore. So we'll stick around for that. It's gonna be good. Gonna be a great time. I'm still rambling. Hey, as I pull up the right media pistol. There we go. All right. So guys, again, thank you all so much for joining us here on the Gamers Council. See ya. Bye everybody. Oh, you know what? I'm getting ready to throw it out, and we can go around the horn real quick. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? God, please. Corkenstein, please tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you. I'm tired. Can you tell? Cork, please.
Sorry, muted. I pulled a WebDave. We are You can find me at the Corkenstein on Twitter. On YouTube, I have Corkenstein Gaming, which I just started. If I'm supposed to get one of those Helix boxes, so I got to reach out to my Xbox. They asked me if I wanted one. I said yes. I'll do an unboxing there.
Nice.
And then that's where you guys can find me.
Very cool. Very cool. That's what I got to say to that. Cool. Chrispy Bomb, please tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you. And I know you do make some appearances on some Boom Boom shows, so please let them know when you're going to be on again.
At Chrispy on X, Chrispy 28 Xbox Live, and you can find me on BWB next week. I'm sure we're going to have some stuff to talk about. We'll see you then.
Chrispy, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I greatly appreciate you, and I do mean that. Hargeet, please tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you on Discord, because I know you're there. That's where I found you.
Oh, and very important. Silent Cipher at Corkenstein. Can you let them know that my project Helix got lost in the mail?
Yeah, mine and Hargeet's also. We didn't get ours. Oh, we got a quick message.
You guys should bring D-Batch back. LOL. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
D-Batch is welcome to come back if he'd like to. Only if he shows respect. But that would be to be honest with you, that would be up to Hargeet and him to have a nice little talk with D-Batch first, and then if that's something they could work out, he'd be welcome to. Exactly. There's no hard feelings, but it's just that's the way we play things. Hargeet, please, the floor is yours.
Oh wow, this one. I has to call WEBDAVE Web Steve.
Exactly. All right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Sorry, but
Awesome.
That's gonna get taken by FARK QUE now, right?
Yeah. FARK QUE, just ignore them. They're crazy. Just remember FARK QUE.
Anywho.
They're gonna be on the shirt as well.
I'll be on with Fonz on Tuesday.
Yes.
Check that out, 7 p.m. US Eastern Time, Fonz Gaming. I'll be on with Boom on Wednesday, 7 p.m. US Eastern Time on Double Barrel Gaming. And hopefully we'll be back I'm not sure what, C-Money's been busy with work.
Yes.
But hopefully C-Money and Doodle on Friday at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time on Friday. We'll see if that comes back. Otherwise, we'll see whenever they can come back. And then we'll be back next week. And we'll have a lot more information, I think, because like the FanFest stuff will be kind of disseminated. I think the 15th is when they start telling people, right? So we will start getting who's getting what and whatever, and we'll start sending out our notices as well as far as the people who came last year. So we'll be working that sometime over the week, hopefully. But yeah, so look forward to all that stuff, and we'll talk about more about that next week.
There you go. And Thatch, you're good, buddy. You're good. Don't you worry. That's good. And I forgot. I promised to play this because he actually did a super chat and I said to replay it later, and I didn't play it later. But P Lump, or as somebody put in the chat, I think it was Silent Cypher, put P Trump. This is your theme song, buddy.
They see me rolling. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. He be rolling down the street. He be rolling to the beat.
All right. What was that comment?
We have I don't know if you saw. Oh no, it's Alex going through the PS5 Pro breakdown and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he brought up a video by somebody who broke down the actual. Here's what it looks like on the PC. Here's what PS5 Pro does, and how it actually does not compare quite nearly as well. That video is done by Jake. Jake is going to be on with us on Tuesday.
Very nice.
He routinely comes on and talks about like the hardware side of things. And so yeah, he'll break that down for us. And from last week, WebDave, there was a video that they wanted us to play that we missed. I don't know if you want to play that video.
Yes, I will dig that up over.
Since we said we would.
We did say we would, and then let's see. I'm sure I can find it real quick as I'm rambling to scramble to get things going. It's one of those things. Yeah. Okay. So now the show is going to be 3 hours and 30 minutes long. Just kidding. Let's see. What is it? What was it? Oh yeah. I know what it's called. Oh, Jesus, typing on the wrong computer. I hate that because I got two computers here, which actually is a big help. By the way, and there it is. All right, I think I found it. Yes, there it is. There it is. All right, so we'll end. I'll play our outro, and then I will put this at the end of it, just in case I have to end up cutting it out for copyright purposes. But so stick around for the Controller My Life from Oh No, It's Alex Streams. That's right, is the unofficial PlayStation's My Anthem, featuring a lot of great members of the Pony community, including Reforge, MPG, and a Dreamcast guy, and a few others of those ilk, as it were. Let's see, share this tab instead. Make that bigger. Okay, cool. All right, so yes, we'll play our outro, and then so stick around if you want to see that video. Enjoy, guys. Again, thank you all so much for joining us here on the Gamers Council.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
Yes.
Game over.
And I hit the wrong solo button. Sorry.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing? Look at that guy.
Sorry, I was like distracted towards the end there. I noticed my filament. I messaged you in the private chat.
We're still
supposed to be playing this video.
Hold on. And actually, you're the only one everybody can see. So give me a second. I hit the wrong button. Where's my solo buttons? All right. So let me put this on. Yeah, it's just so professional. I know, right? Let's see here. Let's. That's because I didn't do this to this screen. No. This is why we can cut this all out, right? At the stage. Oh, hey, there we go. Let's see if I can solo this. I think I can do full screen, and then I'll play the clip. So enjoy, everybody. Thanks for the professionalism. All right, then, and you guys may want to be careful about your comments because they may still bleed through. Who fucking knows? We're just gonna play the song, and then I'll end the stream, and then we'll hang out in the green room for a minute. There you go. There we go. Let's go. Yes, we can still hear you guys. So if you talk over it, we will hear you. You can mute your own self so you don't make mistakes. Just so you know. Lock on.
Yeah, baby.
Wear my loyalty like a crown. Stuck in my room with the volume turned down. Blue light glows as the battles rage. My heart's on fire on a digital stage. Square and circle guide my soul. X and triangle make me whole. This console war tears me apart. But I pledged allegiance with all my heart. PlayStation's my anthem, my ride or die. No cheat code can make me switch sides. Pixels and polygons fill my face.
He's balls deep.
Fanboy screaming through the rain. Dust on the shelf of the other brand. Their controller just don't fit my hand.
Is this supposed to be Pony at the Disco?
My dual shock beats like a heart in overdrive. They say it's just plastic and wires, but to me, it's the fuel for my desires.
Console sale.
The loading screens are my therapy. A fanboy's love ain't just fantasy. PlayStation's my anthem, my ride or die. No cheat code can make me switch sides. Pixels and polygons.
I have never laughed so hard.
I'm a fanboy screaming through the rain. They say it's just plastic and wires, but to me, it's the fuel for my desires. The loading screens are my therapy. A fanboy's love ain't just fantasy. PlayStation's my anthem, my ride or die. No cheat code can make me switch sides. Pixels and polygons fill my veins. I'm a fanboy screaming through the rain. The rain.
You're putting that together. There you go. There you go. Thanks for joining us, guys. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Let's ride! You boys ready for a great raid?
Yeah,